What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's happening? How you guys doing? What's up, baby?
Oh, hello.
Hey, is that my that's my intro right there.
No, it's not. You don't have an intro. You don't have a weird thing that you say. It's just
Ah,
stop. Don't even.
I can't have an intro.
You don't know. It's you're not Ben Shapiro or Candace Owens to have an intro.
What the fuck? They're better than me.
Um,
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? See, Ashley supports me, guys.
No, it's just because tell them the truth before the live. We're sitting here crunching numbers and talking about stuff, and he thinks he's right all the time, and it's annoying. And he got a little mad because he can't get the numbers right or something, and then he figured it out. And
Your ass is annoying. How about that?
oh, okay. But anyways, aside from all that, I'm having a great day. I hope everybody else is having a great day.
What's up, Chronicles? How you guys doing? I just read Javier say that. How you guys doing? What's up, Big Chango? What's up, brother? He said, "What's up, homeboy? I want to be the first one on the comments. Send mines to you know who, misprivileged."
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I am actually. I really was.
What's up, Chango? You're gonna have to hop in a few, bro. Don't go to sleep yet. Sergio said, "What's up, everyone?" Damien said, "What's good? Hope all is well with all the chroniqueros out there." Órale, Chango. What's up, Sergio? Sergio said, "Hey, Damien, what's up, bro?" Sergio said, "¿Qué pues, Chango? ¿Dónde estás? El content creator," said Damien.
Gosh.
I just stepped in the building, bro. I came in with my intro.
Wow.
Yeah, Sergio said, "Eating, lol." Oh, I was eating? Oh, actually, I was. I actually was. Ty said, "B23 sup, everyone." There's Ty. What's up, brother? Sergio said, "What's the word, Ty?" Ty said, "Blue dream, Sergio." That's the word? Sergio said, "It's blue dream, the lube you've been using."
Well, you know what? Just so some of you guys know, I'm not as privileged as you guys thought. I learned something yesterday, and I was really upset with my mom. So she has me sitting there washing all the, what is that? The corn husks for the tamales.
Yeah.
You know that they sell them for like $3 more, already pre-washed, and they're
They,
all one size. They're like
you said they're $10?
$3 more. Like she knows this because when my grandpa had his restaurant, that's what he would buy, so they could all be one size, already pre-washed, and that you of course wash them again, but still. And I'm like, why wouldn't you buy them if they're like $3.50 more? And she's like, I don't know, it gives it more like the corn taste, or I don't know, it's not as authentic. And I'm like, I what? She's telling me this while my hands are in water washing them. And then she sends them back to me, wash this one better, wash this one better. Like, what the heck? Like, you could have spent $3.50 more. I would have given you the $3 more to just buy that pack, and she didn't. That's that's ridiculous to me. I was so mad. Well, now we know what to do for next year.
You're a nutcase, for
No,
real.
but seriously, I mean,
I
am
would
I the
think
only one that did not know that? Like,
probably, but
am I really under a rock? Like, how selfish is that to make me sit there and watch those? Like, like, it's like,
I gotta go to the bottom of the
no,
comments.
seriously, I felt like I was doing like hard work. Like, geez, like she had me in the kitchen like that for real.
Right, Ty. I need to tell the pudding story again so people can understand my dilemma.
Oh my God.
I do. I need to tell it again. I can't find it in here.
Yeah, but if you're going to tell it, you need to tell it right.
I have told it right.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm over these tamales and baking and well, I mean, I'm not the one doing all that, but still, you know what I mean?
Ty said, laugh my ass off. Sergio said, LOL. Big Chong said, Damien and Sergio. Ty said, think Jovan is done shaving?
I wasn't shaving Ty.
LA Dodgers Blue said, B23 Familia. What's up, brother? Sergio said, with a mustache like hers? Hell no. What the fuck?
Why is that funny? I don't have one, so why would you laugh at that?
Because it's funny. If you had one, it wouldn't be funny. I'm not going to be with no Ruka with a mustache.
You laughing makes it seem like if I have a freaking mustache.
If you had one, babe, you would have to do something about
Nope. What if I just wanted to be like natural?
it. No,
You
no.
would tell me to shave it?
Fuck yeah. What the hell? The fuck? We're not going to be touching mustaches.
Oh, sicko.
What's up, LA? Damien said someone called for help. Grio is falling and he can't get up. Big Changa said, if we need some help, I'm right here. Cocked and loaded. Orale, brother. I'm going to bring you in ahorita. Sergio said he had to go pick up a 3 liter of Shasta.
Oh, not Shasta.
Dr. Shasta.
Oh,
What the hell's Dr. Shasta? LA Dodger said, hey, Sergio, how you doing? Hope your family is doing good. Aftershave helps. Just saying, Jovan said Ty.
oh, thanks, Ty. Thanks. I'll remember that.
LA Dodgers Blue said, we know Jovan is holding you up, cricket. Yeah, that's kind of what was happening, bro.
Not
Sergio said,
really.
hey, he said, like, kids are a little sick, but otherwise good, bro. Thank you. Are they? They got the sniffles? Okay.
I think it's probably going around, right? It's the season for it.
Yeah, I guess. Ty said, the content creator. What's that? Manuel Sueta says, saludos and happy holidays to you and Jovan. Thank you, brother. Right back at you.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Javier said, para todos los cronicleros, Big Cubo. Sergio said, what's up, Javier? Javier said, ese es el Sergio. Ty said, it's not about the pudding, it's about the principle.
I
I'm gonna
didn't
have
want
to
to. I didn't want to hear about that principle.
we're gonna have to explain that again. People, I can't find it. I've tried to find it so that I can make a short out of it, or like at least a little thing, so I can explain what that is. Because people bring it up, and people that haven't been around long enough don't know what we're talking about, and then they just think maybe I'm just like a little nutcase or something. But there's a
Well,
reason.
that too. That too.
No, not that to my ass. You were disrespectful.
Hmm.
I said it's going to be a good Christmas. I purchased a horse on springs for my grandson. My daughter wanted clothes. Her mother wanted a watch. It all went good. My ex pushed me on my wheelchair. Fucking yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is actually going to be good, man. Jovan sent out a bunch of packages. Man, that shit was expensive as hell to send out. That's why the rest we're doing on Amazon. But
We are, yeah. I actually did Amazon, and I sent a picture of it, and it was for a little girl. She's preteen. She's in Fresno, and they said that I can say this on the live. She wanted markers and art supplies, and well, she didn't want markers, but art supplies and like beading and stuff like that, like stuff to make like it's like beads, like bracelets and stuff like that. And I ordered it on Amazon and it got there like in 2 days. So it actually arrived today. Um, I talked to that person and she said that she received it and they'll give it to her for Christmas. So everything went smooth and she said she's gonna love it. She liked the gift. She thanked everybody, on the live for it. So it's gonna be a good little surprise for her.
yeah, I think did any packages get there yet?
And then I have another one that's going to be delivered to me. there's going to be 4 or 5. There's going to be 5 gifts that are going to be delivered to me. Those 5 kids are actually in Phoenix, and we're going to show up at their door like with the Santa outfit, and we're going to give them their gifts. One of them was like a little toddler bike, and it has like a little chair in the back for the baby doll to put in it. So it's a bunch of cute little gifts, that are going to be coming.
But I thought I saw. Did a package get there already, or todavía no? I know we ordered some stuff too. For
Yeah, well, the two that went to Fresno.
Oh, okay, those are there already.
Yeah, they arrived already. She got them today.
See, that's cool right there.
And then the packages that are going out of state to another one in California and then one in Oklahoma, those should be there by Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that's for a total of 11 kids right there.
Yeah, that's cool already. It was expensive though, but that's cool. I mean, now we're gonna get the rest of this.
It's just like the shipping and stuff, and it's crazy because like the post office was actually cheaper than FedEx and UPS, and I took my own boxes except for one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I brought my own boxes, packaged them myself, but it's all good. It's all good. It just needs to get there, and that's all that matters,
Yeah, that's for sure. Let me open this up so I can see the messages while we're going here. Yeah, so Patty, yeah, Patricia, oh, where are we at? Patty Guardado. Yeah, we're gonna do that topic. I think it's as long as we can get Chango in and we can kind of get it going. I think that was a good topic that we ended on last week. We didn't really get. I mean, we were supposed to do last night. We didn't really get into it totally, but I kind of want to talk about it a little bit more. Para todos los colicleros, here we go, boo boo. What do you say? Big Chango said, here we go, boo boo boo. Oh, you finally popped up. Patricia Gonzalez said, happy Sunday. Right back at you. Big Chango said, I was waiting for you guys yesterday. I was just twiddling my thumbs. Bro, I had such a bad headache last night, bro. We were going to. I went home from work early and I got in bed. My head was killing me. I don't know why. It's been a long time since I felt like that. And so when Giovanni hit me up and was like, we going live, I was like, man, I didn't want to come back to the highlight. I haven't taken my computer home yet. This one. So I have my laptop, but I don't like doing it from there. So I need to take this home so I can do it from there. But that was the problem.
And not just that, I had to work late, and then I had to come slave in the kitchen, washing the freaking corn husk, whatever they're called. So it wouldn't have been a good night anyway.
Sergio said Shasta's version of Dr. Pepper. I didn't know they had it. I didn't know it was called that though, Dr. Shasta.
I've heard of, what was that one? Oh my gosh, what's the name of that? It's like Dr. Pepper, but the generic version.
Mr. Pibb?
No.
Mr. Pibb was the main one.
Yeah, I've heard no, Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder.
I heard that one before.
Yeah. Shasta used to be a Smitty's brand. Remember?
Was it?
Yeah. Smitty's was Shasta. I'm pretty sure.
They carried it in that store, Smith's.
Well, I think Smith's was, I don't remember. I don't know if Smith's like bought out Smitty's or how that worked, but I remember Shasta was Smitty's because Big K was Fry's. They all had different whatever, their little generic brands. Patty said, hi, I hope you had a good day. Waited for you last night. What the fuck happened? Oh, she didn't say what the fuck. She said, what happened? I just explained that I had a headache. We should have come because I said I was going to come, but man, my head was killing me. Anthony said, hey, homie, Cricket and your wife, Jovi, how's it going? Good, bro.
Oh, it's going good.
How's your relationship going, brother? You guys doing good? Are you going to spend Christmas? So let me ask you this, bro. you're just starting out with her. I know you said you were with her all night the other night, but are you guys gonna spend Christmas together? Like, or is that too soon?
Is that too soon? Well, you know what? No, don't even listen to me on what's too soon because I knew this guy for like 5 months and I was already knocked up. So don't even listen to me.
Yeah, but that's different. I mean, it was me, the future content creator.
Jesus, I'm done.
I said, yeah,
Um,
they've been trading the cold back and forth for about a month. Now my boys have been dealing with a heavy cough. Man, it's crazy. Patty said, what is the topic for tonight? Yeah, it's going to be the same as last night, Simon. CG came in with the salute. What's up, brother?
oh, hello.
Patricia, Patricia Gonzalez said, maybe next year you guys can make a list on Amazon and we could purchase and send it to the kids. Oh, can you do that?
I think some people though they don't want their address or their name out
Oh,
there just to anybody, and they trust us, with their name and their address and their kids' names, and because we would never say it. They trust us with that, so that could be something that we might run into that could be a problem. But for those that don't mind, yeah, we could probably do that. Like a registry, like like when people get married, babe, they
yeah, yeah, yeah.
register at Target and they go, yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
good. But you're
yeah,
right. Because you'll see, Patricia, every time we've done this, there are some that I don't know, out of shyness, embarrassment, which it shouldn't be. We're just here to look out for each other. You know what I mean? But still, and I understand it. Some people they want to they'll send pictures and they'll they'll kind of cut the kids out or just but because they don't want to really put that and so and their names y todo eso. So we keep all of that quiet as well. We don't really say who it's going to. If they come on here and say, "Hey, I asked Cricket for help" or whatever, like some people have. Rascal has come on and done it before, and so
yeah.
we've
But
done.
we get a lot of emails that our listeners that don't talk on
Yeah,
the chat. They do not communicate on the chat, but they listen to us. They've been here, for a while, or they're new subscribers or old subscribers. But we do have a lot of people that just listen in the background, and they don't comment at all. And they just want to be private, which is, hey, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm okay with that.
but that is a good idea for those that would want to. It would actually um, help a lot tremendously. Actually, Anthony said, "Cricket, you and your wife Jovi are doing good. I got much love for the both of you. Thank you, brother.
Oh,
Appreciate that.
thank you.
We really do appreciate that, bro. But honestly, the kudos goes to the end thing here. You know what I mean? I mean,
Absolutely.
we obviously we got the platform, but the thing was for a long time it was just me talking about gangs and all that, and we just figured we were seeing a lot of people doing fundraising stuff for different stuff, and then people would send us like do the little um stickers y la madre, and we just that's not the reason I put this together, you know what I mean? So once that started happening, we're like, well, fuck, if people are willing to do it, let's do something cool with it, you know what I mean? And so I think the first thing we did was the homeless pay or the Easter.
Well, it was the first Christmas that we did it to the women's shelter, and
Yeah,
then from there, we all decided because we all pick off of each other's
yeah,
opinions and thoughts and stuff like that. I just don't want the kids to get something around Christmas. I want it to be like all year round that something happens for them. So then we did Easter, then we did like the homeless kids for hygiene for the summer because that's especially what they need in the summer.
yeah,
Um, back to school backpacks and things like that. So it's like I just don't want it to be like that one time a year. Like I want to try to do this all year long if we can.
yeah,
Um, and like I said, it's been going great so far. Everybody who donates and they take their hard-earned money and put it in. And now that we're a nonprofit, if you do donate and you want that tax write-off, hey, take it. That's what it's there for.
yeah,
That's
for
what
real.
it's there for. But It's been going good. We've been doing this for what, like 2 years now? Two, three. This is our third Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is our third Christmas. And then I know we took some presents to like the foster kids last year of Arizona, and then some Christmas gifts went out of state last year. So, and in state.
Yeah. So just said, hey, how's your arm doing? It's all right, bro. Yeah.
I hope they don't have to cut it off.
Javier said, 25 years ago, my ex hated me. When the baby was born, I was not there for her. I went to prison, then my wife died. My son passed away. I paid for all my mess ups the hard way. No more cricket. I hate my past. I hear you there, bro. Um, I got a lot of that same type of hale. Not obviously to that, you we all have our own issues, you know what I mean? And I've got my personal ones, and then obviously I also have the feeling of most of you guys know I, yeah, we all got our hales.
I think
Beatriz
that's
said,
I think that's why we just got to teach like this next generation, like, hey, your time is valuable. Your time, you're never gonna get this time back. You can make all the money in the world, you can lose all the money in the world, but you're never gonna get your time back. I
yeah,
think us as parents that, went through all that, have been there, we have something to teach this, our kids, our this new generation something. And it's, stories like Javier's and yours and many other people that can definitely let their kids know, their grandkids know, or, you know, people in their family know what that felt like. And hopefully they'll remember that and take it with them.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of loss when it comes to the joint, and on top of that, that lifestyle in general brings a lot of heartache. A lot of one of the one of the so-called accomplishments of a gangster is whacking somebody, is murder. Um, as most everybody knows, and actually most of the individuals in that world look up to that bullshit, and and that's another heartache, man. That's not something that's easy to live with when you really. It's not easy to live with when you're not done with that life and living that way. But it's even worse when you change your life and then you're looking at your family, you're looking at this world differently, and you realize what you took from others. You know what I mean? It's definitely
It's definitely hard, but I think then that's why every day for the rest of your life now, you got to try to make it better. You got to try to prove yourself. Don't waste your time. Call those people that you haven't talked to in a while. Go see your family, text them, call them, visit with them. You can make up for it. Definitely.
yeah. Beatriz said, "Hello, guys." Javier said, "Saludos, Parchango. A friend of cricket is also my friend. I'll walk through any door with you, Vatos. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that." Anthony Ortega said, "I don't know. I got to ask her." Oh, okay. Really?
But I mean, is that too soon to ask? Like, is that, I mean, do you guys do like gift exchange? Like, is that too soon? Like, or I mean, but then I would think like, if you guys are spending nights together, then that's not too soon to get her a gift.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be something crazy. You know what I mean? Just maybe even a dinner and just a little some flowers or something. It doesn't gotta be like a huge.
No, a Christmas gift, or is that like too soon?
I mean, it don't have to be something crazy. You know what I mean? You can get her whatever. I guess. Find out what she likes. You don't gotta go spend $1,000 on some fucking bracelet or something. But or you can. Shit, I don't know. Whatever you want to do. If you got it. Chai said Javier 100. Big Chango said Javier. Patricia said maybe check into it because if I understand right, Amazon won't give us their address. If that's the case, then that absolutely would help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Javier said, came back home to an empty house. My daughter and her husband moved out, took the kids, and my lady went back to her mother's. I'm a one leg single fool. yet. What?
Oh,
When was this? Apenas, or you talking about old times? Beatriz said 21. Nene Joe said, Orale, beloved, just jumping on here to support you and your channel. Keep it up, carnalito. God bless you and your family abundantly. Thank you, brother.
oh, thank you.
Appreciate that. Beatriz said, good night, guys. Good night. So I said, Javier, I still can see you doing more than with one leg than most men can do with two.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Javier said, man, I needed to hear that. You two really are getting me through this. God damn that fucking front door. How do I turn this?
I have a cousin who's in a wheelchair. He can't feel his legs. He's been like that since he was a baby. He has that spinal, what is that called? Spinal bifida?
Bifida? Bifida? Some shit.
Bifida, something like that. And I mean, he's in college, he drives. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like, he does all kinds of stuff. Like, he's not gonna let that stop him. You know what I mean? He's out there.
That's true.
You just have to get used to it.
He does do a lot.
Why are you laughing?
Not laughing. No,
I know why you're laughing.
don't start. Well, why am I laughing?
Because I know why, and it's because of one of the activities that he does do.
I'm not laughing though. I mean, I am, but not. All right, what's
Okay,
next?
okay, let's keep it moving.
Javier said, "Man, I needed to hear that. You two really are getting me through this." There we go. We
Yeah.
all get each other through different island, bro. This life ain't the easiest sometimes.
You're stupid. Why are you still laughing?
No, I'm not. Anthony said it's going to be my first time spending Christmas with all you guys here. Oh yeah, yeah. I will
Oh,
come on for sure too. We vote every Christmas. We usually at least come on and say Cubo. Um, spend a little while on here, and those that can, we understand everybody's with their families, so we don't expect nobody to be in here chilling. But we will be here for sure, telling everybody Merry Christmas and all that. So that's what it is. Uh, Francisco Secure, Chronicles, Familia, y Big 23, el content creator, y la Jovan Choca Loca.
oh, hello, Choco Loco. Hey, Francisco.
You're right. Thanks. Damien said, Buenas noches, Grilly, White Fence, y all the chronicleros. Got to finish cleaning up the kitchen. Got inspection mañana. Hope everyone have a great night. Te hablo mañana, bro. All right, brother.
All
Simón.
right. Hopefully you guys pass.
Have a good night. Yeah, them inspections.
I know what that's like. Oh, that sucks. Because sometimes they're so picky for no reason.
I know.
Like just the littlest things. Sometimes I'm like, really, really. What?
They do.
Why are you
Yeah.
laughing?
I'm still nothing. Even,
Don't
still,
talk about my cousin.
you need to tell the story. Come on.
No, I'm not telling it. No, forget you. I'm done.
Yvonne said, hello, everyone. What's up,
Hey,
Yvonne?
Yvonne.
How you doing? John Sabiejo said, ¿Qué hubo, carnal? And the Mrs. Salinas Califas. ¿Qué hubo? What's up, bro?
Oh, hello.
So I said, hola, Yvonne. Burqueño's in the house. What's up, brother? He said, hello, Grio, Jovan, everybody. Hey, Burqueño.
Oh, no. First of all, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, noob. Where have you been?
He hasn't been here?
Hopefully you're okay. No, he hasn't been here. But we hope you're doing well. We hope that you're doing well. And for those of you that don't know, Burgueño also last year helped with some kids in his state in New Mexico
Yeah.
for, these two kids that were out there that needed Christmas gifts and stuff like that. And he did the shopping and the preparing and all that for them. So it worked out great.
And that's actually what I was about to ask, but how are they doing? I know you said the Jefita kind of got her shit together. Things were better. Is that still the case? Yvonne said, hi, Ty. George Villalta said, "What's up, brother? It's been a while since I've been on here." It has, bro. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good, bro. I think he said, "I know what she likes, if you know what I mean."
Oh,
But, uh,
okay. Well,
make, make sure you wrap it up, bro.
this is stupid.
I said, "Oh, I did, Jovan. I called some friends, relatives that I fell out of favor with during my crazy years. I heard a lot of people studying dope hurts people." Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does. And I can understand a little bit of where you're coming from because, like I tell you guys, I struggle with the fact that I put my parents through what I put them through. And, just the fact that they still supported me in my life and my child and, manual and everything, even though I put them through some crazy things. And I struggle with that sometimes. Like, God, I could have put them in harm's way. Somebody could have got hurt. I struggle with just that little thing, so I can imagine what you're going through and, the way you felt that you messed up a lot of relationships. So, I mean, I feel you and I hear you on that. Um, but, what's done is done. And now we could just, now we just have to be our best selves for them. Me and my parents, we're like best friends now. Like, really, they're like my best friends. We get along so much better now. Like, not that we didn't ever have a great relationship, but we just have a different understanding. Like, I'm older, I think different, we are kind of in the same place. It just, um, so I don't feel so bad. I do, but not as bad of what I could have put them through and my little brothers through, my sister through, you know.
Well, you did bring me in their life, though, so they're grateful for that.
And when you came in, it was nothing but problems. And they still were nice to you.
I
And
don't
they
know.
still never talked bad about you.
I don't think that's true.
It is. It is.
John said, "Carnal, can you send me your info so I can send those jerseys to bro?" Damn, yes, I keep forgetting, bro. I'll jump on the messenger after this and get at you. Anthony Ortega said, "Javier, you keep up the good work. Got much love." Javier said, "Anthony Ortega, gracias, mano." Patricia said, "There's a young lady on Facebook with no arms and she does everything, her makeup, cooks, etc." I've seen that type of Holly right there. They do all the Holly with the feet. Man, it's crazy how humans adapt. They can adapt to some shit. It's crazy. Jose Garcia says, "Saludos from Tulare County. Keep it pushing." Thank you, brother.
Oh,
Oh, from Tulare.
I know about Tulare.
You don't. What side of California is that on?
You don't know.
Where is it at?
It's over there on the east corner by the light.
Yo, Francisco
You
said,
don't know. You don't know. You just jump on that freeway on the 506, whatever.
uh-huh.
Take a quick right, real quick, over the little bridge. Boom.
Right. Which bridge?
You don't know. I can't tell you.
Francisco said, "I'm just proud of all those who donated to the real cause. These children are the future to this country, and the more we provide to them, we can encourage them to do the right thing." That's true,
Yeah.
bro. And I know that a lot of people probably look at it and say, "Man, it's just a Christmas gift." You know what I mean? But if you've never had, or if you've always had, you'd never understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the littlest things, that can actually make an impact, and maybe not to the point where they're gonna change their life, and they're not gonna, the gift may not be what stops them from doing whatever they end up doing in their life, but it's definitely something that they'll always think about. And in the meantime, it lets them know that there's people that care. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is bad, and not everybody is against them, which is a real problem with us when we're that young. It's us against the world a lot of the times. That's what we think, and we don't realize that there's a lot of people that are willing to do a lot for us. It's just the connections that aren't there, and so that's why I'm glad that we do what we do. Um, we get the connections through you guys. You guys send us the people that are in need, the kids that need that type of boost, and that's feed me, bro. Because I mean, I remember my Christmases weren't the greatest, but but I remember anytime something good happened on it. You know what I mean? So it's cool. Ty said, "I hate those inspection bastards. Want to be cops? LOL."
Yeah. But you know
This,
what though, it's not just like for kids that are troubled or the parents are troubled. It could just be for a family that I- it's just hard to make it right now. Things are so expensive.
yeah,
Rent keeps going up, but the pay doesn't go up. Um, and like I said, I know I've been there. I've done that. I've had to, you know, what what's that saying? Like, still from Peter to pay Paul, especially around Christmas time. And it's just, and that was back then, and it wasn't too bad. But now everything, it's so expensive. It's so hard, and especially for single people. I'm not saying that both parents don't have it hard because they do. Um,
so,
but it's tough. So I mean, if we can help out in any way, please let us know.
yeah. And it's not always because of the, here's my thing about it. Like you said, it's not just about the troubled youth side of it. It's about just people that, may need that helping hand. But a lot of the times, those are the homes that it comes from because of that. You know what I mean? The parents have to work harder, they're not home as much. And a lot of times that's not their fault. It's just a tough world. But these kids need a little bit of attention. They need a little bit of outside touch, someone that they can look up to and think about more than what's in the barrio. Because I'm telling you, the them fucking vatos that even grown ass men try to call legends, they ain't that. So, Burkina said, I'm doing good, working. Yeah, she has a job. She bought a car and they moved to Grants, New Mexico. I guess she had to be pushed off the ledge. Man,
Okay.
that's good, bro.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that she changed, her ways because those kids are just so adorable and they don't deserve that.
Yeah.
They don't. So I'm glad, that she got it. And, she should be very thankful for you and your wife and your family for everything that you've done for them. So I hope she remembers that and takes that with her, for sure.
Yeah. George Vialta said, doing pretty good, brother, just working a lot of hours. Lots hours start work, ST work. Ty said, Burqueño 100. Burqueño said, Ty 100. John, he said, salute. John Saviejo said, Simon. Javier said, what's done is done. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not here yet. I live for today. Yeah, that's a good one, bro. That's a good saying. But I also live for tomorrow, bro. I no longer think that there ain't no future. You know what I'm saying? I know we could die anytime, all that shit. But I no longer sit around thinking like, there ain't no future for me. You know what I mean? I now plan ahead, and it feels good to do that. If I die before then, it is what it is. I won't even know it, um, but it feels good to think about it. Ty said, I think I met the devil when I met my ex's mom.
Oh, dang.
I said, Ty, you had a Diablo suegra también. Anthony said, Cricket and Jovi, I found out that my sister has cancer. Damn, bro.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry to
sorry,
hear that.
Anthony.
Hopefully, it's early enough to catch and to be taken care of. Nowadays, bro, they got a lot more ways to treat it and cure it and deal with it as long as it hasn't gone too far. Hopefully, she's in that boat. I
Oh,
said, Anthony, sorry to hear this, mano. I said,
that's
you know
not
what
something
this?
you want to hear right now either around the holidays, huh?
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you don't want to hear it even in the middle of June either, but I'm just saying it's like
yeah. So I said, you know what they say about scorned women? Boy, do I.
what they say about what?
Scorned women,
Okay.
like upset women, like the way you tried to act earlier when I called you and I had to check you.
Oh my God. You are not trying to make this about me and you.
Ty said, damn, sorry to hear that, Anthony.
It's just
Yvonne,
you don't listen. You don't listen. Like open your ears, just listen. I'm telling you, it's
we are making this about us.
uh, Don't call me that then.
Yvonne said, anyone know of home remedies for the flu? Home remedies. I don't know. I remember growing up, my abuelita always talked about, or she did it. It was honey, lemon, or lime. I don't know which one, and onion.
It was probably lime,
But what was the, shut the fuck
because
up.
you're that type of Mexican. It was
But
lime.
but what was that for? Do you guys remember? I don't know.
Uh, no, I don't. My mom didn't really do remedies. I guess if it just gets really bad, I mean, to the point where it's been like a couple of weeks, I would just take them to the doctor and be like, look, nothing over the counter is working. Nothing, you know what I mean? Maybe they'll give them a steroid shot or something to make them feel better.
I know what's real good is that Theraflu, man. That how it works.
See, the Theraflu works really well for me, the one that you drink.
The,
And then
the
like those vitamin what vitamin C packets.
yeah,
You just get one of those packets and you throw I think it tastes nasty with water, so I throw it in an orange juice. That helps.
yeah.
Um, if their throat is hurting, that tea that's for like what is it called? It's like some tea that really helps out.
For throats. Can't think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll get like a hot tea and I'll always throw like a cough drop in it for a minute. That always helps. But if I'm sick for more than 2 weeks, like okay, I can't take this anymore. I'm done. I'm gonna go to the doctor.
Yeah,
Because then it could get expensive, like the over the counter stuff. You end up spending like 80, $100 by the time you know it on all that stuff.
yeah. Francisco said, brother, she fails to realize the gift you brought to the family that gave Joanne stability and purpose to not lose hope in waiting for the perfect gift in her life, her son and future husband, her blessing. I know.
Oh,
She don't
okay. Well,
she don't think of that, bro. You have to point it out sometimes. I get it.
I would have been okay. I would have been okay if, you know, me and you didn't, if I never met you, I would have been okay.
I'm not sure
I don't
about
know about you, Choco Loco. I don't know about you. You would have
that.
had no meaning and no purpose in life had you not met me and got me pregnant. I mean, I say, look at when I went to your trial for that gun charge and you beat it. Yeah, I was there all pregnant, crying, and the jury felt all sad for you. Look at, you're welcome. That was probably one of the reasons why you won.
I got found not guilty because I was not guilty.
No, because a police officer was lying on the stand.
There you go.
But the jury also felt sorry for you because they saw me there all pregnant, crying.
They felt sorry for me because I looked like a little innocent person when
Oh, innocent. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
that fucking people. Yeah. But no. It had nothing to do with you. I was just soft. I never had that life in me.
Nah, you didn't. You're
See that?
weak. Drop out. You weak dropout gangster. You were no real gangster.
All right, shut the Okay, said whoever has been forgiven much loves, much showing kids or anybody that they appreciated can be the catalyst to a change of heart. That's true, bro.
And I think you have the list right there of everybody's name who donated. If we forgot somebody, oh my God, I'm so sorry and embarrassed. Please let us know if we forgot your name. We don't have to say how much if you don't want to. Do you want to say how much?
Um, let's just do the names for now. And
Okay.
then yeah, and I can do a list later or something. But yeah, if we don't mention your name and you did, please let us know. Um, I know we're forgetting some people, but we'll look at it. So for sure, it's Heart Life, Ty, Francisco, Ropi, Fernando, EJG, Burqueño, Geronimo, Angel. Um, what is that? Oh, Travis, Anthony Ortega, ZG, Steve was in here, JoJo. Um, that's what I got right there. So if I didn't mention your name, please, and you did, please let us know. We're adding everything up now and trying to figure out all the divisions and figure all that stuff out. So just
So
so we
thank
know.
you to everybody who donated, and thank you just to everybody who's here listening to us. You could be somewhere else, listening to someone else, or doing something else with your time, but you're here supporting us, putting up with us, and I appreciate that. I really do.
Speaking of
Well,
Fernando,
we do.
he was just in the hospital with I almost said leukemia. It's not leukemia. What's the how do you get in your chest? Um,
Um, a pain, like a
when you
pain
get
in your chest,
like you get sick in your chest. ¿Cómo se llama? Um,
pneumonia.
pneumonia. Simon. Um, yeah, pneumonia.
Is he out?
He just got out. They gave him 2 weeks of antibiotics, but just if anybody, just keep him in your guys' thoughts and stuff. Just he doesn't like being called by the nickname that he was known by, but that's Wimpy from Arizona. He was one of the original founders of the M in Arizona. Um, I'm hoping to when I get back home, uh, bringing him on and so that he can speak a little bit about that. But just he was in the hospital. He was doing bad. So just if anybody can, just keep him in your guys' thoughts and stuff. Uh,
Absolutely. Oh, poor Fernando.
what I was saying, thanks, Ty. I'm sorry, I'm jumping back real quick. Anthony, sorry to hear this, Mano. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Anthony said, Ty. Yvonne said, anyone know of home remedies? We did that. Okay, Burqueño, whoever, as I read that. Ty said, lots of water and vitamin C, Yvonne. Yvonne, yeah. Vitamin C definitely helps. Thanks, Ty. She said. Ty said it's not a cure, but water and sweat it out if you can. Gonna be rough for a good 72 hours. George said what I was saying is lots of hours at work. Oh, well, that could be a good thing, especially coming up on the holidays. Got that fatty had to do whatever needs to be done for Christmas time. Francisco said, "Man, look at how far every one of us has come in life. If we can change, so can those lost kids who haven't been shown anything different."
Yeah, and I hope that kids nowadays and these teenagers and even a 21-year-old or a 22-year-old, I hope that they know that they don't have to mess up their life and then fix it, and like I just hope that they can avoid it if possible,
Yeah,
because you're going to lose a lot of your time in life. You're going to lose your family if you go to prison. You're going to lose your girlfriend or whoever. I mean, it's bound to happen. Not all the time. I'm just saying you can lose a lot of your time and things, and it's just I just wish they would understand that, but it's hard to tell a kid that because they think they have all the time in the world. They feel like, "Oh, I'm young, I'm good." But then when they're handed, 6 to 10 years, it's not,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It definitely sucks. That world is not a world for anybody, to be honest. Patricia
I
said, "I
just
tell."
I just also think that we gotta, like, encourage these kids and, encourage them when they do good in school. If they're falling behind in school, help them out, build their confidence a little bit, try to show them, like, "Look at this kid. If you continue to do these things, this is what can happen." I'm constantly talking to my nephews and telling them, like, those are loser actions. You don't want to be like this or like that. Like, look at, you got good things going for you. You made honor roll. You did this. You did, just things like that to like encourage them to try to help them. They might listen later. They might not. But I know that if they ever were to go down the wrong path and they're sitting in that little cell, they're going to remember, like, dang, why didn't I listen when they told me this? Why didn't I listen when they told me that? So it's just kind of like get it in their head over and over and over. You could tell them so many times, it's still not gonna be enough. Keep telling them. Keep
Yeah,
telling them these things over and over. It doesn't matter how many times.
Yep, for sure. That's one of the main things is that these kids don't have though is they don't have that guidance. A lot of people just let these kids raise themselves these days, and the problem is in these neighborhoods they don't realize that these fools that are out there that they're looking up to and basically raising them, even though it's not that way, are a bunch of vale madres that don't give a fuck, that they could care less about your kid. It's about using them for whatever benefits them. And that's obvious. Everyone can see what this whole world is, this life is about. For whatever reason, people look at it as if it's some kind of like if you have to have some kind of dignity and pride and shit to be part of that world, and it's I don't know. To me, it became the opposite when you see that these vatos that are 50, 60 years old are sending 20-year-old vatos to do shit that causes them to spend the rest of their life in the joint. I don't see what kind of dignity
You
that
know what I
puts.
never understood is when you're in prison, the one word that everybody talks about in prison is respect. Respect this, respect that, respect. Oh my God. Like, you respect a bunch of older dudes, you respect everything in prison. Why don't you respect your kids? Why don't you get out and take care of your kids and respect them? They're the ones you should be respecting. Not these older dudes that are sending you out to do a hit, not these older dudes that want you to sneak them in drugs. No. If you're in there, you're in there. Do your time, get out, don't get involved, get out and respect your kid. Respect your kids the way you would respect them people. And I think that a lot of these kids don't have discipline or guidance. They're out here just raising themselves because they don't have anybody to show them.
Yeah. Patricia said, I tell my husband, listen to understand, not to reply.
That's a good one.
Sore throats. Is that what it was for, bro? The honey, I think it was lime. Honey, lime, or lemon, and onion.
I
I
think
don't
your grandma would rub an egg on you or something, huh? She did all that little.
know she did it.
So yeah, she probably did.
My abuelita was with that shit. Cut it out.
She probably threw rice on you or something. Rubbed an egg on you. Threw some lime.
My abuelita was sophisticated.
Something that you guys did in your pueblo. I don't know.
Fucking bitch. Anthony Ortega said she had cancer for a while, but I had just found out. I'm going to see her tomorrow and find out more.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's doing good, bro. Ty said cough, ephedrine, cough, lol. Yeah, Sudafed, it'll help. Javier said I made my ex leave a few days before my accident. You mean after? A few days after your accident? I made her leave the hospital. It was not easy. I loved her a lot. She loved my kids, helped me raise my daughters. I'm a stubborn person. Damn, fool. Did you really?
Mm.
That sucks. Well, whatever's best for you, bro. Hopefully that gets figured out, though. Maybe
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Sometimes you feel, at the bottom of the barrel, but there's always a way out. Francisco said lots of canela and lemon.
Who said that?
Francisco.
Oh, he
George
means
Villa.
lime. He's a lime person too.
See that, Francisco? She talking shit, bro. George Vialta
You
said,
know, us people, I don't know, though those are from the other side of the border that just got here. It's usually corn tortilla and lime for some of you that don't know. The ones that have been here for generations, I don't know, like myself, it's usually lemon and flour tortillas, but that's just a little bit of knowledge for those
yeah, it's just a little,
that are in here that are not our race. Just a little bit of knowledge.
bit of racism knowledge.
Oh wow.
George Vialta said, take a lot of vitamin C, 3, 4 drinks of water. That should help. Patty Guardado said, be proud of him now. Be proud of yourself for being a great mom that you are.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely proud of him. I mean,
Me?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
when you said that you loved me and you would always be here, and you really did. You said what you were gonna do.
Well, still got time.
Well, then do it. Why don't you do it then? Okay. Is that what you want?
Fuck.
Really?
Oh, you're a nut.
No,
I
you're
said it's
no.
a good community. John Samiegas
Yeah.
said you're welcome. Patricia said pneumonia. Yeah, pneumonia. Javier said the jury hated me. My two exes came in pregnant.
Oh my God.
He said they would look at them than me. I knew it was over. I gave a fake smile and thanked them. Hey, after my trial, bro. So no, during my trial, they there was a ruca. You know how they pick one extra juror in case somebody gets sick. Well, they let her go right before it was time for them to do their deliberations. And the fucking broad she stopped Jovan in the hallway in front of the elevator. And she's
Oh
like, hey,
yeah.
can I give you a hug? And she hugged her and was like, Manuel's gonna be okay. So I'm back in the jail and I call home and Jovan starts telling me this shit over the phone. And they're in deliberations. So I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up, because we're on the jail phone, you know what I mean? And that's a hung jury, bro. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. So she shut up, but then I kind of knew I was gonna beat it after that.
Yeah, she told me that she was so sorry, and she's like, I just felt so bad for you, and I could have cried, and she's like, I'm just so sorry, and she's like, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. Trust me, everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like, okay, tell me more. No, just kidding, but I
Yeah,
was like, oh, okay, feel good about this.
yeah, I remember that was a trip. But she was the one. Remember when they asked the jurors if any of them had relatives that were cops, and she said, "I dated one once. Does that count?" Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, loopy ass broad. George said, "Yep." Ty said, "Judges already know what they're going to do before they show you up in court." In my opinion, Javier. Yeah, usually, bro. Yeah, they definitely do. Javier said, "I've been drinking again. I'm almost certain that alcohol kills colds."
Oh,
And my Patty said, "Amen to that. Prison is not fun, no life. It's definitely not. It's definitely not." Yeah, I mean, the, we talk a lot about, all right, I emphasize a lot about the loss of the outside world stuff, families, time, holidays, loved ones, all of that stuff. But then the other side of that too is the mental stress. No matter how tough you may think you are and shit, with being in the joint, it's a tough environment. You know what I mean? Like, there's daily stresses that come in, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? You get used to it, you adapt as an individual, as a human being, you deal with things as they come, but it's stressful. Even when you're gonna do, even if you are either side of that, if you're the one that's gonna do the pegada, that's stressful. It's not easy to know you're about to hit somebody and the placas are gonna see it. You might get blasted, you might not, you might get caught, you might not. Like, there's a lot of what ifs in that scenario. And on the flip side of that, if you're the victim, well, there's that one. So I mean, the joint is definitely not it's not that kinder, gentler type of environment that's conducive to what humans are used to. You know, I mean, it's a different world, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, to willingly go in there, I think, looking back, obviously in retrospect, it fucks me up. Like, I'm like, fuck, man. But I look forward to it at the time. We're stupid kids, and I wanted to go there. I actively chose to go to prison. I was 17. I went. I wanted to go. I wanted to be part of all that. And that's what now I hope, or I wish that there was a way that I can deter others that had that same mentality as I did. Like, what would it be? You know what I mean? Like, what could, because once I was there, even though I went full force on the shit, it was still like stressful. You know what I mean? You're, as a person, as a human, unless you're a fucking psychopath, and nothing bothers you, you're gonna have stresses in your life, and the joint definitely brings a lot of those on, especially if you have loved ones on the street. Anthony Ortega said, "That's very true, Jovan. We lose a lot of family because I lost a lot of my family." Yeah.
Yeah.
Francisco said, "I've seen that video of Chucky and Midget from the Tortilla Flats. Those kids never had a chance being raised in the barrio." Nah, bro, they didn't. You know what's crazy? When I watched that, that little kid, bro, what was it, Chucky? He was like 11 or some shit, and the jefita was like, I guess he just wanted to go with his friends. Or like, I didn't understand that, bro. Like, that's why he was the way he was, because that mother wasn't. I don't know. I mean, I
I,
couldn't picture Jovan letting my son just go walk down the motherfucking train tracks until he
yeah,
found.
right. Yeah, right.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
right.
But that's the issue. Like,
That's what I'm saying. These kids, they're raising themselves. So when you say, "Oh, these kids are bad," well, who's raising them? They didn't get there on their own like that. They have to have discipline. You also have to show your kid respect. You can't just be, think you're always right when it comes to your kid. Like, you have to listen to them. You have to be there for them. There's a lot of things that go into it with raising a kid, and there's just sometimes that parents just don't, and just being
right?
neglectful. Like, not just not you're you know you could be a parent that just works too much, and be neglectful. And
Have
we've
you
said
seen
that before.
the video, babe?
I don't want to watch it.
That kid Chucky, if you were to watch it, he's like a fuck. He looks like Chucky, but not in a bad way. It's just it's a cute little kid, eh? It's like 11 or some shit, 10 years old, and you're looking at him like, what? How the fuck can somebody just allow him to? His mom, I don't know. The whole thing is just blew my mind because I remember homies in my barrio. We didn't really have no shit like that. I mean, we all grew up together. We didn't have just outsiders that showed up and became, part of the neighborhood that were like homeless kids, or we didn't have that. But in that situation, to see that, it was like, well, how come nobody stepped in? Even the reporters that are there doing that, them motherfuckers should have been calling child protective services quick. Like, get that kid somewhere where there can be some intervention. But they end up going and they talking to the jefita. The jefita sitting there crying like she really cares, but she's like, I guess he wanted to go be with his friends and wants to live his own life. He's like 11,
He's
10 or 11.
11. Wow.
He was a fucking child, a baby. And I mean, he didn't even have hair on his nuts yet, probably. Never fucked a bitch, nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't, that shit blew my mind when I saw it too.
I mean, when we were little, we didn't even go throw out the trash by ourselves. My mom or dad would stand at the door, turn the light on, make sure the light was on outside, and watch us go outside and do that. I couldn't imagine them say like, "Yeah, you're 11. Go ahead and go play on the train tracks." Like, really?
Yeah, it was a trip, eh, to
And
see
why do
that.
you roll your eyes?
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about that extreme. I'm just talking about in general. Like, come on.
Oh, okay. Well,
Javier, Javier said the Bible also speaks about parents that neglect their kids.
mhm.
The kids will be lost
You
forever.
weren't scared to go throw the trash out at night by yourself?
First of all, no. What the fuck?
We used to be like, if they told like my brother or one of us, like, "Hey, go throw out the trash." "Oh, it's dark out there. We don't go out there." So we would take another one with us, but then my mom or dad eventually would be like, "Come on, go take the trash out. I'm watching you. Go, go." They would stand by the door and watch us do it, or sometimes they would just do it themselves because they're like, "Oh my God, they're scared to go outside."
I mean, to be
You know?
honest, it would be better that extreme than the other one with this Chucky kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rolling my eyes, I'm being facetious, but to be honest, that's probably the better way. You know what I mean? The way your parents acted with you is probably it's definitely the better alternative than what happened with this kid. You know what I mean? Like, there's two extremes, but your extreme is probably better than the other. I mean, it's definitely better than the other.
You
Ty
think
said,
it's extreme though? Or
Huh?
it's in the middle? I don't think it's extreme. I think it's kind of in the middle.
I think it's extreme. They're gonna stand at the door and watch you throw out the trash. 20
What if
sticks.
somebody came and almost kidnapped me
They're not. You're
at
fine.
that age?
Ty said that was a sad story. Francisco agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Ty. Ariana Espinosa said, "Hello, everyone. What's up? How you doing?"
Hello.
John Saviejo said, "I agree with the missus. 100% respect your kids. That's Mando."
Yeah, you gotta respect your kids too. I mean, you gotta show
I
them respect, but you want to get it, then you gotta show it to them too.
And definitely, if your philosophy in life is respect and integrity and all that bullshit that these vatos talk, then it should obviously start with your own children. But that's the point. That's just propaganda. That's just talk. These vatos ain't got none of that. There ain't no respect in them. There ain't no. It's a fake pinta respect. There's no dignity. There's no integrity in them vatos stilo. There's no amor for the raza. There's no cause. All of that bullshit that's spoken, it's just they're just buzzwords that are used to bring people into into this fold. But if you look at it with open eyes, you see that these dudes, they can give a fuck about nobody. Some of them, they'll fuck off their own family for whatever it is that's going on, and it's usually fatty or dope. It's not a it's just nothing to look up to at the very least. Farmero said, "Orale, we can start the party now. I'm here." There we go. So cool.
Oh goodness, we're about to shut it down now. No, just kidding.
McKinnon said, "Oh, where's fucking Chango at? You coming in for or what?"
And just for those of you who don't know, prayers and thoughts for AP. He's not here today. He is fighting to get back across that border, and
You're stupid.
let's just think of him, okay?
Oh, son of a bitch.
AP, you're in our thoughts, okay? Hope you get over.
Burkina said they say it's about respect, but it's really about fear and wanting to belong. True respect is somewhat rare these days, inside and out, and money. Yeah, exactly. That's better said than I said it. Absolutely. Francisco said we demand respect from others, but we should have learned to respect ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's just the form of respect from the pinta is a twisted form, bro. It's not. It's a machismo respect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just twisted, bro. When you're whacking your own for dumbass shit, and not even just your own. When you're whacking anybody on some dumb shit like that, that's not. It's not respect. It's just a twisted environment. Period. Ty said, Burqueño 100. Francisco said, I definitely think she's just reminiscing from the trips they used to have back home in Oaxaca eating those baby limes.
No, sir. No trips. Nope, not for me.
George Vialta said, hey, brother, I had to jump on here on YouTube. Orale. YouTube, it's easier, right, than the Facebook one? I don't know if it is or not. There's usually not as many people watching on Facebook as there is. Like right now, if I look, it's 32 people on YouTube and 4 people on Facebook. But I think Facebook's a little more difficult to maneuver. I've never seen any lives on Facebook before. Raziel says, "Sup, Cricket, Jovan, everybody. What's up, Raziel? Man, how you doing, brother?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Been a
Hello.
long. Hopefully you're doing good, brother." Ty said, "Fence is not proud to be a paisa." Sad. Shake my head.
Who said that?
Ty 602.
Ty, you be quiet. Don't be spreading lies.
Urqueño said, "Don't put lemon and flour tortillas together, though."
Yeah, don't. Well, depends what's in it.
Patricia said, "Now he's going to get that RV. I'm going to get it for real."
Yeah, that's his plan and goal in life.
Francisco said, "Also, peppermint leaves, boil them." George said, "On Facebook, I was getting buffering." Oh, it was buffering. Angel Chavez, what's up, brother? He said, "What's up, familia?" Damn, I'm glad you came on, bro. I thought it was too late. Usually we miss you because of that. Glad you made it. I said, Angel, what's good? Jojo says, "Salute, Grillo. Respects to everybody." Jojo AC is in the house. So I said, Jojo, respect. Farmero said, real Mexicans prefer corn tortillas. The coconuts think tacos are served with flour tortillas. I just said, what's up? Thank you. Ready for There's Chango. Chango is on stage. What's up, fool?
What's up, bro? How you guys feeling? Hey, you know
Oh,
what?
hello.
I just barely right now. I just been listening. I wasn't looking at the comments or anything. I was just listening. And then I seen that the whatchamacallit,
The link.
The link.
there we go. Thank you very much. The link.
The link.
The link.
And then I heard you talking. I was like, oh, sheesh. I'm just listening to it. I was like, they just forget about me. Oh,
Well, we got to do other highlight, but we need to have that conversation, bro. I think
It's just that Manuel talks a lot. You know what I mean? He just.
No, but you know what? He makes a lot of sense, though. He could talk all day. I could listen to him all day. I used to listen to him for hours.
Hours.
Playing chess.
Poor you. Better you than me.
No shit. It was.
Thank you for that.
It was a good experience,
And we used to sit across from me. Well, he sat in front of me at work up in there.
Yeah, we worked in the same area,
Yep.
Well,
and then when
what else are you gonna do? It's not like you guys had anything else to do.
She maybe you know what? It's funny you say that because I was talking to somebody about that, right? I mean, they open the doors at 5:00 in the morning, right? And everybody has a different program, but people think being incarcerated is just you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. I mean, you gotta try to adapt yourself, and get yourself in a routine, just like being out here, and doors pop at 5:00. Before that, sitting there, getting ready, going to do the cardio,
racquetball king.
Well, it must be nice to get up in the morning and just go play racquetball.
Yeah,
must be nice. Must be nice.
Well, yeah. Yeah, when he picked that up, he was pretty good. We play handball though, but he's playing racquetball. He's pretty good.
That's great.
You bought me a racket, babe.
Yeah,
great,
thank you very much, homegirl.
You're welcome. Good for you guys. Awesome.
I got the best one they had.
Oh my goodness.
But nah, man. But seriously, man, you got to go to work or go to school or whatever, man. By the time they're locking the doors, well, you go shower or whatever, you work out, you play racquetball, handball, whatever you do, you got to cook, make something to eat. I mean, it's I'm not trying to say it's all gravy, but I mean, you gotta get yourself a routine,
Yeah.
And
you gotta adapt, make the best of the situation you're in.
Exactly. That's a good thing about a human, even though they don't want to they'll do it, But anyway, yeah, I thought you ducked that wreck because, we're gonna bring in the $1 million words. We're gonna pull out the thesaurus and all that. You say, oh, hey, I'm not gonna deal with them dudes.
I could deal with any Choco Loco any day. Bring it.
I didn't want to
bring
make an
it, Choco Locos. Come on, bring it.
Oh shit!
My goodness.
But no, seriously, I think that was a good topic that we started that night. That's why I wanted to continue it. We got caught up on other shit tonight, but we definitely.
That's all good.
But we definitely we still got time. Shit, I think. So
what were we talking about?
About
what you were talking about, and I triggered.
Oh, you know what? I actually though I had it misunderstood. I was like misunderstood. I thought it was something else, and it wasn't, and that's why I was like in my own thing. Because when we got off the live,
at the end of the day, you were absolutely right. The way the mentality you have a little bit, I do agree with you.
I know.
And I'm not trying to toot your horn or anything.
Oh no.
It started. Well, I've been thinking about this for a minute, and being out here going on 2 years, and it's like, wow, and I'm thankful, I'm blessed that I'm be able to establish myself, and I came out with like a freight train, but I was scared. I was anxiety. I had a bunch of stuff going on in my mind, and the mental state, I guess you would say, and it was just where was I, what I was gonna do. I had all these plans, right? I had, first of all, if you guys, I don't know if you know this, homegirl, but I know Grio does. Maybe the whole audience doesn't, but I was gonna die in prison. I had a life sentence, so I was already stuck. Like Chuck, things started changing, the law started changing, and so forth. And did I lose uh, hope or faith? No. It just I was like, all right, but did I have a mentality to say, oh, F it, I'm gonna die in prison and have this, pity party? Ooh, boo, boo, boo. Nah, I just gotta. But
No,
anyhow,
I get it. I just think that, when he was in there, obviously I didn't know what he was going through. And when I was out here, he didn't know what I was going through. Maybe we can only imagine what each of one of us are going through, and then talking on the phone and writing letters and, talking about my frustrations and his frustrations. And I mean, I can imagine in there, and I'm pretty sure he can imagine being out here without me and raising a child. And so I had to like program myself to like, hey, I don't got time to like complain. I don't got time to, ever be depressed. I don't have time for all that. Like I got to go to work. You know what I mean? Like I don't have time for all that. So if this grown man gets out and he's like, I got to adjust, give me a minute. I'm looking like, dude, I didn't have time for all that either. So you figure it out real quick. And
no,
not that I'm like trying to be mean or whatever. It's just like the way you guys had to adapt and whatever. I had to adapt out here too and program myself
of
as a
course,
single
we're
mom
all
for
doing
13
time.
years. You know what I mean?
We're all doing time
Yeah,
somehow, some
exactly.
way. And
It's
I
just
know I
it's
understand it,
different. Yeah, it's just
and
different.
it affects everybody, and you got to make do the best. But you're out here doing what you have to do. He's in there doing what he has to do. You know what I mean? But the good thing is, for the grace of God, you guys were able to, work it out, and you guys made it. Now you're both out here being productive. And that's what's important.
And Manuel, he's not doing life in prison, but fortunately for him, and he's very lucky, he's going to be doing life with me.
Of course.
Doing the rest of his life with me, and like, what a
Well, that's still that the verdict's still out. Out. You know.
well,
I
it's
think
going to happen soon. By the
No,
end of
no,
this
no,
month,
no.
by
What
the
I
end
mean
of
by
this month, we're signing that paper, and that's
no,
it. He's doing life with me.
I think you're misinterpreting that.
the laws may change and I could get released.
You know,
Wow.
you know. I seen a thing the other day. This guy made a comment. He said, he hit the lotto, right? And he told his wife, "So what's up? Uh, you still want to be with me?" And you said you didn't want to be with me. And she's all, "Well, just give me half, and then you do your thing and I do mine." He said, "All right." So he sent her $6, and he went about his way because he won $12.
Oh my God. You
He's
stupid
like,
guy.
man, that's the best $6, the best $12 that I ever made.
Wow.
Uh,
I'm sorry, maybe it's not the time right now, no, but anyhow,
Maybe the time was a little off, Chongo, just a little, but okay.
that's what they say, So sometimes my timing's, it really kind of sucks.
It's okay, but no, like I think that it's a healthy it's a healthy discussion, and like I said, I know that
Look at
maybe some
Grill's
people
face. I
maybe some
love Grill's
people.
face.
I know he's a nut.
Game, hey, hey, he has that poker face. He has that poker face. I
you
wish I could
Wow.
see you. I
hey,
wish you
you
could see.
motherfuckers get to be in the dark, man. What the hell?
Huh?
Wow.
How do I get in the dark?
I'm sorry. That
Uh,
slipped. Oh
Wow.
shit. Oh shit.
what a bad. Nah,
But
No, like I said, I think these are good, healthy, topics. I know that most people might not agree with me because there's more men in here that have been to prison and stuff. But like I said, this is just my opinion. This is how I felt at the time, um, when he got out.
and we talked
You
about it
know,
after after we got off. We talked about it, and the thing was, Jovan wasn't. I told her we're not talking about getting out and just bumming around, pretending like we can't adapt to the world, so we can't work, or we're so traumatized we have to sit there and drink all day, which I did do, but I still did my own shit. You know what I mean? But like my point is, it wasn't about not. It wasn't about getting out saying, "Hey, I need some time to adapt. You go to work while I sit at home and do nothing." It was about saying there is definite differences in these two worlds, and hinted that get out of doing a substantial amount of time have to figure this world out and adapt to it. And sometimes the rucas or whoever, I mean, whoever your loved one is, may not understand some of that shit. Yeah, I used to get frustrated as fuck, bro. Like, and Jovan would calm me down. And I know we just used it, kind of joked about it, but in the malls, when the people would walk at me, bro, I'd be so pissed off. Like it just didn't make sense to me. And I know that's a little thing, but I'm talking about in general, like so many differences from the galles to the inside that we definitely have to adapt to because we obviously can't comport, we can't act the way we were in there, you
Okay,
know.
but my thing is, this guy is just respecting you in your face because he's walking on the wrong side. Who cares if he's walking on the wrong side? The
It
guy
wasn't,
in prison was trying to disrespect you by shanking you or something. That's more disrespectful
but it's
than
not
somebody
about
walking on the wrong side of the mall.
no, but that
Like,
wasn't I'm not no. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I never said anything about respect. I'm not trying to use some fake pretend respect shit. I'm just saying it makes more sense if they walk on that side and I walk on
I
this
know, but
side.
not everybody's you, and
Well,
they don't think like
knows,
you.
but everybody knows you drive on the right side of the world, on the not right side of the road. Wouldn't it make sense to also walk that way so
No,
no, so you're not running
no,
into
because you're just walking, and
and
you're in a
then
mall. It's open. You
top of
walk
that,
wherever you want.
then on top of that, everybody's staring at their fucking phones. So stay on that side so you don't run into nobody. There's I have to sit here and go through obstacles because these fuckers are on their phones walking straight at me. Just a thought.
Oh,
Um,
I do that. I'm gonna walk where I want. I'm gonna look down.
mm, I agree with both of you, but on the flip side, like I kind of agree with Grillo, but I agree with you're talking about because we have choices, right? For myself, I can speak for myself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I first got out, oh, you need a phone. I didn't get a phone for like 3 months. Because I was just like against this phone stuff and how like for example, like he just said, this phone thing, people with the earbuds. I remember one time I was at the airport and everyone's on them, the earbuds, and I'm thinking they're talking to me. You know what I mean? Did I make a big deal? No, I would just say everything when I look. I was, Grillo was doing the same. He was studying, I was studying, doing things, and I thought I was prepared. Yeah, I was, reading this, reading that, getting the Wall Street Journal, Kipler, studying for that, business, then just getting ready, right? But I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready I was a shell shock to come out. Like literally, I already talked to a lot of people about the phone situation, just relationships, this and that, how it was for your girl, blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, whoa. And then having this anxiety, like, uh, it just hit me, and, you know, I'll give you an example. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but, I did a lot of studying. And I was kind of embarrassed. I go to the DMV. I already had a book sent to me and everything for the state that I was going to and all that. And I failed the the written test 8 times. 8 times, you know?
Yeah,
And
man.
to me, I felt embarrassed. And so the lady said, "Well, how about this? What if I give you a written test?" Huh. She gave me the written test. I aced it. Can I sign up for the driving test? I went 2 days later. Man, I aced that. You know what I mean? And what I'm getting at is just little things like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a necessity. Yeah, if you mess up your driving because you get a DUI or whatever you do, but you know it's just little things like that where here's an example when after all this time. Everything to me is mental now. I get emotional. That's why I use that word. Do you remember the word I used the other day, homegirl? And I put it
Well,
up on the thing. Let me see if you remember.
I know you put a word up. I
Yeah,
just can't
Grio.
remember.
Anyhow, Grio said it. Well, I'll give you an example. It still happens to me, and I don't even remember. I talked to this one day. When I go to the grocery store, now I know exactly where I gotta get, but I go through every aisle. You know, I
Yeah,
know exactly where it's at. I memorized the whole store, and I go to the store. I just start at the left side where the vegetables are at. I don't need no vegetables. I know exactly what I want to get, but I just cruise around. You know,
yeah,
but here's another example. After I got my license, it was like 6:30 in the morning. We're going to the it's open, but it's like empty. It's like a little shopping center, little tiny one, and
mhm,
it's empty. I go ready to park, and I just have a nervous breakdown. I just started crying. My loved one's like, "What's wrong?" I ain't even parked yet. I'm in the middle of the thing, and I was like, "Wow." I'm in the car. I'm driving, and then they're like, "Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're having a moment?" I said, "Imagine, look, I'm driving a car. Here I am. We're gonna walk into the store." It was just emotional, and I just started crying. And it's not because I'm crying about, oh, boo, 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 boo. No, I'm
Okay,
getting
but
emotional.
look, Chongo, if I'm ever in a car with you, you park first, okay? I don't want you to get hit or
Oh no,
anything.
no, no, no. Listen,
My
I'll
life
tell you
is
right now.
precious. Don't, don't.
No, no, no. I'll do that. I just did
Okay.
it right then and there because there was nobody there. It was
yeah,
Okay.
empty. But it was just the emotion, the feeling that went through me. It's like, could
yeah,
you imagine? I mean, I don't know. You can't imagine after 20 something years. You know, the little
Yeah.
things that I have to, not that I have, that I've encountered. I'll give you an example. Today, I get in my car, turn it on. I turn on the music. I'm bumping Zap, Computer Love. I know the song by heart. I've listened to it forever. But I look around, man, I'm getting in my car, and I just get emotional.
yeah.
I'm out here. I'm
I'm
like,
crying.
wow. I don't know. I don't
Chongo, I
expect you to.
know how that felt like. When I got out those 3 days and I saw Melissa waiting there for me with the baby, and then
Oh,
she
so,
took
so
me to
you
go eat
understand that feeling
afterwards,
then?
I was like, oh my God, the freedom. Look, I never thought I'd see the light of day again.
But
But here we are.
talking about the this is what I'm talking about, the emotional you know issue, like what Khalil was talking about. What really, I was listening to Rascal the other night, and that's when I jumped on with you guys. When I started listening to you guys, and he taught, I know I've been talking to him on, offline, and you know his experiences and all that, what he's went through. He's been out here, but he was talking about Subway, when he had a sandwich situation. But it's not about him, but it's about what he went through,
Yeah,
and like what you just said right now. You're walking this way, and it's like this dude's over here, and it's like, just the little things, man. It's just like it triggers. You know what I mean?
hey, you know
And
what? Jovan used to trip on me because one of my favorite things to do, I'd be like, let's go to Walmart. Just walk around fucking Walmart. She'd be like, what the fuck? Why do you want to go? We're not going to Walmart. We're not just going to go walk around. But we'll go there, bro. We'll be there for like 2, 3 hours, bro. I'm just
And you
walking.
just want to go walk around and look at stuff, maybe buy some stuff, maybe not. And
Yeah.
it's like, me, I didn't have that luxury when he was in there to go to Walmart and walk around and look around and,
But
lollygag. I didn't have that luxury when you were in there.
but
And
it's
if I
not
was
about
going to Walmart, it was to get something and get out. So for me, I was always on the go when you were in there for 13 years. My life was always on the go, go, go all the time. I had to be somewhere and do something every minute, all the time, or I was going to be late. That's just the way it was. So when you get out and you're like, let's just go walk around for 2 hours, I'm like, okay. Like it's I'm like, All right. So now I'm like, "Oh, okay, let him go look around. He hasn't been in the store in a long time, and let's just do it then. But
And then
now I'm okay with it because I'm not on the go now. I'm not always in a hurry. There's two of us.
you
We
still get
have
mad
time.
at me
We
for
have time.
time to get ready and all that shit.
You do take a long time to get ready, and I thought it was just me, but your mother has told you, your grandmother, they said that you've been like this since you were little. I mean, people have told you it's not just me.
Yeah, but no. Been like what since I was little?
We have to tell you that I have to tell you a lot of the time, sometimes you don't know, hey, we have to be there at 3, but really we have to be there at 5 because I know that you're going to be running late. And before I used to get mad and get
Because
upset. Now I just don't. I found a solution. Hey, I'm gonna just lie to him and tell him it's 2 hours,
because
earlier this
why
way
does
we can get there on time.
nobody else should have to dictate when I have to be somewhere.
But I do have to be somewhere if I'm setting something up, if I'm taking something, or they said to be there at 5, not 5:05, not 5:10, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. And
They'll
it's
be there.
so weird that you take your time on stuff like that and you whatever when you were always on a schedule and doing things in prison, but that's the one thing that you got out and you're just like, let me just take my time.
I
Like,
wasn't honest. What are you talking about? What kind of schedule?
well, yeah, they popped your doors open at 5, you had to do this, you had to do that, you had to go play with your little racquetball and go do cardio and all that stuff at a
Those are
certain
Oh, that
time.
you
You
know
weren't
what?
you weren't
I
you
think
weren't
that's the
late for
issue with her.
racquetball. You weren't late
I
for
think that really
racquetball.
bothered her that you
but
want to
those are
keep yourself fit.
I know. But those are
No.
the routines that we put ourselves through. Nobody else is telling me, hey, you have to be on the racquetball court at 5 o'clock.
Okay, but
You
you were never late though to racquetball, and you were never late to go play chess or whatever with
Yeah, he
people in
was.
there. So
Yeah,
so
he
you can't
was.
so you can't be late for an
Yeah, he
anniversary
was.
party out here or
We're
for
gonna
Christmas out here.
we're gonna play at 3 o'clock, and he's over there still putting his headband on and his muscle rub, and it's
And
like,
then
where's homeboy at, man? He's like, man, he's over there getting ready, like he thought he was McEnroe or something. You know what I mean? See, you don't know about none of that. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I do. But then,
I had
when he got there, he showed up.
I had the code red racket, babe. You don't
Yeah,
know what that
he was a beast.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm sorry. I was out here, working and walking and taking buses
He
and
was working too.
yeah.
okay.
We had Unicorn.
I faced the death penalty. How
And
about
at
you?
one of my jobs, I got a gun pointed to me because they robbed me.
Oh, please. I've had lots of guns pointed at
Oh,
me.
see what I mean?
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, so that's why I'm saying like if he were to have gotten out and say, "No, I can't work right away," or "Oh, I'm having trouble," or I'd be like, "Dude, I don't have time for this. I don't. Like you better figure it out real quick or I don't know. I don't got time. I don't need to hear this after 13 years. You know what I mean? No way.
That was that.
Me leaving my family, me taking my kid, like
I think it's to have how can I say having a medium. See, because it's like you're still. He's been out, man, almost sheesh 10 years.
9 years, 10
Yeah,
years almost. Yeah.
tomato, but
Yeah.
and it's like you're still holding resentment.
Yeah.
Oh
You
no,
haven't
I'm
let
not
go.
holding resentment because
Yeah,
if it was bad, I would have left.
I don't even know
you
why this is
wasn't listen. You
about me.
wasn't going nowhere. You were stuck like Chuck.
You don't know,
Stop it.
Chongo. You don't know.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
I could
That's why
still
you're still
leave.
right here.
I could, yeah,
Stop
I
it.
could,
Listen,
You just made a comment about 15 minutes ago. Oh yeah, we're getting ready. The big. You just said it right now.
hey,
Stop it.
wait a minute.
Listen. One thing about me, I'm kind of slow,
ah,
but I'm very observant.
But
I
no,
listen,
listen to everything.
I'm
hold on.
just saying, if he would have got out and acted that way,
If
yeah,
we had a,
then I would have been like, oh no, I don't know.
No, quit lying. Shut up. Listen, either way, this wasn't
No, I'm
supposed
not gonna shut up. Don't
either
do
way,
that.
this wasn't supposed to be about me. We're talking about in general vatos that get out the joint that I think there need the word that Chango used was empathy. I think
mm,
the general population needs to look at it, and I get it. Most people on the street that went through that aren't going to feel empathy towards a prisoner because they're we put ourselves in that position, and that's understandable. We need to deal with it ourselves. But at the same time, we're just talking about if you're our loved one, if you're a person that cares about an individual that's getting out of
Compassion.
prison,
Absolutely. Then have empathy for me when you want to go walk around Walmart for 2 hours. Have empathy for me when I tell you, hey, we have to be at this anniversary party at 5 o'clock and you're still getting barely in the shower at 5 o'clock. Have empathy for me too on how I live my life out here. If you want me to have empathy for
I,
you and how your prison rules were,
that's
I know.
it
different.
goes
I
both ways. We
you know.
have to meet each
I
other
get. No.
halfway. It just
I
doesn't
agree
go for
with you on
you
that.
and none for me.
But
No,
right now, listen.
Okay.
You've had your 5 minutes of fame.
yeah, you keep making it about us.
Yeah. Well, look. Here's the thing, and I agree with you. Look, the world's moving fast, and I really, this is just my outlook on just being out here and looking at people. I don't judge nobody, and I know what Goodill's talking about. I know what you're talking about. We have 24 hours, and you have to make the best of what you have to do for the day. Whether you got a program, you have to get the kids going, whether they're young, old. You got to get your job, you got to get your makeup, you got to get your your pretty face done, and all whatever you have to do. You know what I mean? You have to use the restroom, shower. You don't do it, whatever. And I notice that people always complaining. And my thing is, I took things for granted, and I didn't realize it. I was selfish. I thought about it. I say, oh yeah, I cared about my loved ones, and I didn't care about nobody when I really think about it, because I put myself in this predicament that I did, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed to have, a support system. But coming out here and it's just like I said, man, when I say it's hard, I'm not talking about hard, like like I told you, you already know this, and you don't agree with it. I see a therapist, I see a counselor and all that, but it works for me. What work for me won't work for you. But I'm out here and I'm doing it, and I get you on that. There's people out here that look. I used to have this mentality. Well, that's his fault. You choose to be that way. But see, I didn't care. I didn't have no love in my heart. I was cold. Now, dealing with a lot of different people. I'll give an example of the homeless. How you talk about the kids that you have love for the kids, but for a grown ass man, some men they're mentally ill. Like they have these shelters. I used to think, man, look at this vato. Look at him, fucking stupid ass. I used to talk like that, but I don't look at it that way no more. Whatever his situation, and I've noticed that who doesn't cry? The homeless. I've dealt with the homeless, and I deal with them all the time, and it's like this guy don't have nothing. And the other day when you talked about you don't care, I felt the same way as far as I don't care. I'm gonna die on the streets, and I don't care if I live in a cardboard box. I'm grateful that I don't have to. But the people that do that, these dudes are doing what they can. I see a dude every day, every day. I don't know how he does it, but he hustles his ass these cans, and it's $14. You're only allowed to get $14 every day, but he's getting $14 every day, man. I mean, it's unfortunate. I
I
mean,
know it's just a grown adult, and life is how you make it.
no, no, I
I
agree with
say
you.
that over and over. Life is how you make it. But these kids have no choice. They're kids. They don't have that choice like an adult. That's why I feel so sorry for them. That's why I focus more on them. Because you could talk to any homeless person. Maybe someone will change, maybe someone won't. You could say, hey, let me get you into the house, like get off drugs, let's get you this and that, I'll find you a job. And some of them just won't. That's just the life that they want, some of them, and some of them don't. But life is how you make it. If
No, I
you're going to
agree with
be
you.
with some woman or some man in your life that's, not good for you, you're constantly crying, you're upset, you're making your life that way. Get out of that relationship. Life is how you make it as an adult. And we have to just say, hey, do I really want to live my life like this? No, I don't. I need to change it. But I that it's a grown adult though. But a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old, they don't know any better. They're kids. That's why I empathize more with them.
No, no, I
Do
agree.
I
Just
try
like
to
you made
put
the comment
I
earlier
try to
about
put
the
myself I try to put myself in people's shoes. I do. But at the same time, I know what it's like to be there at the bottom. I know what that's like, and did I want to stay there? No. So then you have to, life is how you make it. I don't want to be stuck there. So I got to work harder. I got to move up. I got to do this. I got to do that. And that's what it is. Sometimes it's a little tough love that people need, especially grown adults. And I'm not saying that we don't need hugs and loves every once in a while, grown adults. We do. We do need to be able to vent to somebody and talk to. Absolutely we do. Mentally, yes, we do. But for me, my empathy more is just for kids because they just don't know any better. They just aren't capable of the things that are adults do. You know what I mean? Like it's two different worlds. So I
No,
just
no, I agree. Just like when you made the told the story about when you were young, about your father, about the trash and all that. You know what I mean? No, I get all that. You know, it's
yeah.
about guiding. Like Gru always says, guiding the youth. You know what I mean?
And maybe that
Because
was
it starts at
extreme.
home.
Maybe it was extreme because my mom tells stories about, oh, you were a brat. I'm like, but you allowed me to be that way. Why didn't you whip my butt? Why didn't you discipline me? Oh, we didn't want to spank you. We didn't want. Okay,
Well,
okay,
you don't
but
have to. You don't have to
you
put
know,
hands and feet on a kid. You know what I mean?
no, I know,
I
but
mean,
like
there's
I
other
said,
there's other
that's
there's
why.
other methods.
But that's why I took. I feel like my kid is in the middle from where Manuel grew up and then from where I grew up because my son was very spoiled, but he did have a lot of discipline and
No, no,
guidance.
there's nothing
But
wrong
my
with
mom, like I tell my mom all the time, like, why would you let me talk to you guys like that? Why would you allow, me as a 7-year-old to run you guys? And she's like, we just loved you. We just, that like she didn't, like, not that it's her fault, but like when she tries to say, oh, you were a brat or whatever. Okay, but I was like 7. You allowed me to be that way. So whose fault is that? It's not mine because I know my 7-year-old boy wouldn't act like that. I would check Gordo real quick. But she allowed me to be that way. So I didn't know how else to be but a little brat. Oh, don't do those eyes. Don't do those eyes.
No, they
You
want to
know,
see the
and
comments when you're talking.
Let me catch up on some of these comments real quick.
okay.
We're pretty far. Angel Chavez said, "What's up? Thank you. Ready for Christmas." Javier said, "My mother went to court, seeing my 2 exes, shot me a dirty look, shook her head, and walked out. I felt like crap." Damn, both of them pregnant. Angel said, "Damien in the house." Ty said, "Javier, my mom might be a demon. LOL. I can relate." Jojo said she cut his chicken nuggets for him until he was 15. My
I did
son.
not cut his chicken nuggets till he was 15.
So I said, those kids hadn't even hit puberty. They had it, bro. That flick, the Chucky and them fools. Angel Chavez said, Sergio, what's up? Farmero said, I don't know, cricket, by 12, I was already getting my pee-pee wet. LOL.
That's what Formero's talking about.
Angel said, Chango coming on. Ty said, Farmero was getting it in. LOL. Farmero said, Ty 602, I'm a whore and I'm okay with that. I said, I saw that documentary and it was sad to see that young kid go through that and the reporter who would do nothing at all. I see, I was locked up early too. I was locked up my first time I was 12, bro. But it was kind of different. Like I wasn't on the streets that way. I don't know. It was just, I don't know. The way I saw that show that with those kids, it was different. My jefita, she was at work a lot. So I was just doing me and she didn't know. It was like to her, she thought like even when we talk now, she's like, my mom came from Mexico. She was like, I didn't know this Chicano world. I didn't know this cholo shit. I didn't know the gangster lifestyle. She was, I was this paisita coming into this world. And then when I see you wearing Dickies, I thought, oh, mijo was going to wear dress pants. Like that's how she thought. And so, and then she's at work doing her thing as I'm doing whatever and I get locked up. To her, it's surprising because she's not realizing she doesn't know that world. She didn't grow up in neighborhoods. She grew up in Mexico. It was a whole different thing. Like the United States was different for her. So that's kind of like how that was in that sense. But I couldn't imagine, like if I would have disappeared for a few days at 11, she would have fucking found me. I mean, that's the part I can't understand. You know what I'm saying? My Vita's not the most loving and all that other stuff, but she definitely, I mean, she wasn't neglectful. It was just there was other shit going on at the time.
Like you said, now tough love.
Yeah.
No,
Chaco
I
said,
get it.
John said, I saw that documentary and it was sad to see that young kid go through that and the reporter would do nothing at all. I know, it was crazy. He just put him on the phone with a grandfather that was in New Mexico or some shit. And it was just,
And
yeah, it was,
it's it's not that I don't feel sorry for people in jail because I've had you in there, so and the struggles that you had to go through. So it's not that I don't, but I probably feel sorry for their kid more than I feel sorry for them
for
because their
sure.
kid, and that's where it is. So when the guy gets out and their kid has been out here without a dad and their kid has been out here with a struggling mother and all that, I don't, the dad, hey, get out. This is your chance. You got a second chance in life. Now it's time. It's crunch time. You better, hurry up and let's do this. And
Yeah.
I don't, I'm sorry to say it, but, and I know it sounds mean. I don't want to hear about what you got going on in your mind and how hard it is for you. Your kid needs you. You've been gone. You left 3 kids behind. They're stuck in the barrio. They're joining little gangs. I don't care what you got going on. That, oh, I have PTSD and, oh, I got to get used to this outside world. I'm sorry if that's hard for me to say to this guy. I don't care. Your 3 kids out here need you. You got to go work. You got to go work at Jack in the Box. You got to do a night shift there. You got to go to Walmart, get a job there, and you got to start working for these kids because you've already lost time with them,
No, I agree with
and,
that.
and you have to get on it. So I feel sorry more for these kids than I do that person in prison. Not that I don't feel sorry for that person in prison, I do, but I look at it more as at the kid's perspective.
Yeah. No, I
So
agree with that side of it, but that wasn't the conversation we were having wasn't again using that as an excuse not to
yeah,
do.
no. This is a whole nother comment and opinion of mine. I'm just
Angel
saying.
Travis said, ready for the big day. Ty said, hey, respect Farmero. It took me a minute, but I'm a 304 LOL. Francisco said, Jovan thought the crying lady was going to come get her, probably remembering the times by the river in Oaxaca.
No, I didn't think that. I just
But
didn't want
Llorona,
somebody to come steal me, okay?
Patricia said, my opinion is if you want to teach somebody respect, you have to respect yourself first. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
but
too.
unfortunately, a lot of people don't hold people to them standards. They give respect openly. When you get to the joint, there's a set of vatos that everybody looks at as if they've earned this right to be respected and all that because they've done usually bad shit. And that's because it's a twisted world. But I think that mentality needs to go away. That's the mentality that we need to teach these kids away from. Like doing bad shit doesn't mean you've earned respect. Hurting another person doesn't give you the right to now run some shit and be a respected individual with dignity and integrity. That's twisted way of thinking. And I think that's where a lot of us come from, but we need to start looking at it in that sense. And then you got a lot of these wannabe motherfuckers that are out here that during the daytime they're regular people. If they get in a car accident, they're calling the cops, but at night they're on YouTube calling everybody snitches and bitches. So nobody is actually up to par with what that world is. Everybody thinks they know what it is and what it isn't, and it's all diluted on both sides. Krusty said, "Do you see what I see? What did you
Oh,
see, bro?"
Krusty, what's up, Krusty?
Krusty is in the house.
Oh, hey, Christy. I see
Javier
what
said,
you see.
"Yeah, we thought showing class was to fight hard against the enemy." Yeah, Krusty said, "For my brother AP." He put prayers for my brother AP. See what you started, babe? Farmero
Hey, we
said,
gotta free him, he's trying
Farmero
to
said,
get over here.
I'll say a little prayer for AP when I pray Jovan's ears get smaller, LOL.
Oh, wow.
Kristen says, salutations a todos. Ty said she can get a foot off the floor when she wiggles her ears. Raziel said, working, brother. Have you? It's a good thing. Angel said, damn, Chronicles going state to state. We trying, brother. Ty said, B23 tour bus, right? George Viata said, yes, it's a lot easier. It doesn't break up at all. Oh, yeah, YouTube, Simon. John Sabiejo said homemade tortilla with butter is off the hook. Hell yeah, that was the way with salt too. Raziel said, laugh my ass off. What reeks players said the Quifa Palicia or Alopecia. Krusty said, okay, I was in the wrong colors. Javier said, ese es el chango. Krusty put the
All right.
Ty 602 said, chango 100. Krusty said, beautiful souls on path. Jojo AZ said, Jovan deserves something real special for Christmas, Grio, like a Starbucks gift card. Oh, I got her, bro. I got it.
Oh,
You
thank
like
you.
Starbucks?
You got me a Starbucks gift card?
Yeah, baby.
You like Starbucks?
Oh, I do.
What do you drink?
My favorite is the
White.
white chocolate mocha. Sometimes iced, sometimes
Okay,
hot.
that
No
exclusive
whipped
stuff, huh?
cream. Thank you.
The exclusive stuff, huh? That rich boy stuff.
Yeah.
No, that or like a passion tea or something like that. But,
Yeah, I got it. I got you a $10 gift card, baby.
oh, thank you.
Debbie,
10.
Oh, see,
You could have did like 25,
see, there you go. There was that
20.
ungratefulness.
there we go.
Okay.
Told you.
Debbie
Wow.
Murray said, respects, Jojo, LOL. Crusted, a good soul like yours knows another one when you see it. 100, she said. Javier Hernandez said, maybe we should all pitch in for Jovan to get her huaraches repaired with new tire treads.
Oh, hilarious.
I said, Jovan did time. Don't let her fool you. She did. Crust salute. Debbie said, keep up the good work. Thank you. Jojo said, or we could pitch in and get her the Michael Jackson treatment, make her light skinned.
I am not that dark, so you need to calm down.
Javier said, ese chango has some verbo. So I said, happiest man alive. LOL. Debbie said, cricket laughing at me. Javier said, don't forget about the pre-meds. Costa said, thanks, Debbie. Jojo said, early release for good behavior. Francisco said, man, bro, so you're actually going to help her get her papers, huh? Yeah, it's about that time, bro.
I don't need help getting my papers. Thank you.
Krusty, we don't got to do the 90-day fiance. We've been together 22 years already. Krusty said, órale, porqueño. Debbie said, no, honey, keep your winnings. I'll get on my way with nothing. Ty said, hell yeah, that's money well spent. George Vialta said, all right, everybody, good night, Chronicles. All right, brother, have a good one. Debbie said, Crusted. Debbie said, Ty 602. Krusty said, Ty. George Vialta said, good night, everyone. Chronicle family, have a blessed and peaceful night. Right back at you, brother. Krusty said, Jojo AZ. Javier said, my ex put a taco on my bed. She called it tacostada.
My God.
Tacostada. Ty said, crust, Debbie, respect. Jojo said, George. Angel said, honey, lemon tea for sure. Sore throat and cough. That's what I remember. But what, didn't it have onion too, bro? Because I don't like onion. I remember they used to make me fuck with that, man. Jojo
A
said,
honey lemon tea just sounds good just to drink, right?
I don't like tea.
Oh, that's right. You don't.
Debbie said, people are disrespectful as hell. Go to Walmart on sale day violation time. It's stressful, but better than prison. It's definitely better than prison. Angel Chavez said, you guys make a good couple. Thanks. Me and Jovan do too, though.
Hey, what do you? I can't.
Have each other, okay? There you go.
I'm
Come
at
on, nah, listen. I'm
1:14
not
a.m.
jealous, man. I'm territorial. It's a big difference. I'm not a jealous vato.
I'm at 1:14 a.m., bro.
Okay.
Debbie said 100. Kristen said, I'm getting from point A to point B, short as possible when I'm in the mall. Yeah, well, I take my time, bro, but I just don't like that people don't understand. Like, if you walk on the right side, you'll have no problems. It's common fucking sense. Debbie said, when is he getting back? Ooh. So I said, damn, brother. Debbie said, oh, AP? Is that who you're talking about? Debbie
As
said,
soon as we can get him a coyote back over here.
Debbie said, Krusty, for sure. You got to stick to the plan. Get in, get out. Krusty, when you're getting back to the thrift store. Javier said, when I got out, I would wake up sitting on the edge of the bed waiting for count. I think, why is it quiet? See, I never did nothing like that. I don't have any stories of that type, like that extreme. But like I said, I kept wearing shower shoes for. I mean, I still do in the shower and stuff. Um,
And how?
huh?
And how?
Do
In other
you,
words,
bro?
yes, I get you. I feel
Yeah,
you.
I do that still.
I get that from the Little Rascals. What's his name? He say, and how?
Oh,
Do
but
you wear them in the house though?
Hmm?
Do you wear shoes in the house?
Well, no, you can't. Here's the thing: where I live, you take your shoes off because
Yeah.
you're dealing with the snow and all that, and uh, it's
you
just
don't have
every house you go to, they take their shoes off.
Yeah, like I take my shoes off, but like he has like house shoes, you know what I mean? Like those
Oh
black
yeah, no, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah.
shoes.
I'll have those. The slippers. The cholo, the
Yeah, the cholo
the chanclas.
slippers. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, but I'm talking about what he said about jumping in the shower with shower shoes.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and I clean the bathroom. I clean the shower. I
Yeah,
GI it.
I could just soak the whole thing with Clorox, a whole bottle even, let's just say, and he would still wear his shoes, his
That's what I'm saying.
shower
I'm the
shoes.
one. I'm the one that cleans I clean the bathroom. I clean the shower. And I look. I still look. I use the bathroom. Look. I use the bathroom every day, and I clean it every day after
Yeah.
I'm done. How you said the Clorox.
Does
The
it
good thing
feel
is we have
weird?
all these chemicals.
Is it because your feet feel weird, like
Well, because
bare on
I have
something?
OCD.
But
I
see,
know,
that's
One.
but is it because your feet feel weird being bare on something? Like because you're just so used to having
Well,
something between
well,
your
no.
foot
Well,
and
I
the
mean,
floor?
I don't know. I can't speak for Grillo, but being incarcerated, right? I don't know what you're doing in there. I know I'm not in there no more, but I'm
yeah,
just so certain things I'm so conditioned of doing. I'll give you an example. The toilet. Use the toilet for everything in jail. You do you do your laundry, you do everything. So your toilet has to be clean at all times. You can drink out of my toilet. You know what I
Ew.
mean? I don't. I'm just that's how
Oh,
clean it is.
okay.
I'm
Interesting.
just saying that's how what I'm saying is you're so used to doing, it, and then after year doing it so long, you just get conditioned. Like I
yeah.
said, I broke certain habits, but there's certain things I haven't. You know what I'm saying?
See, like
And
I don't brush my teeth and spit in the toilet anymore. I'll spit in the sink now.
or you do. That's another. Look, I still do that.
See, I don't. I
You know.
stopped that. I forced myself to stop that, but I still. So yeah, in the pinta,
Now,
and
do I get at my other people, my loved ones, and say, hey, you have to do it too? No, I don't think that's too extreme. But
yeah,
what
yeah,
I do is I go behind, and just like your mirror. Some people want to blast them. The mirror. I gotta polish it. All the chrome. The everything. But that's
yeah,
just me, and I don't mind if you know, for example, a loved one would not do his part or their part, her part. I can't implement my rules because I don't think that'd be right. And that's
yeah,
where you come in, homegirl, about, oh, well, I'm going to do what I want. No, do what you want. That's where I come in. Hey, I got this. In other words, I can go around it. Who am I to dictate anybody's program? Like
yeah,
Grill said, I don't want nobody telling me what to do.
yeah.
So,
And I don't tell her. I don't make them do nothing. Like I didn't make her do all that extra shit when I got out. Well, I tried to change the way they ate because I wanted to. Because
what
we
do you mean, like snacks
I
with
got
her
out
hands?
eating the fucking like the shit we were doing in there, and then but that changed. But other than that, I didn't tell them, hey, make sure you're spitting your toothpaste in the toilet, or I
Oh,
didn't do
I
that.
wish you would. I would have been like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're funny.
Well, you
I don't
sound
think so.
right.
I don't think so.
I just
You,
did my own shit. But
right.
like now, the only thing that I really kept, and even that's not as extreme anymore, is the chanclas. And but like when I first got out, bro, like this motherfucker would grab my chanclas and throw them across the room, so I couldn't get out of the fucking bed. I'd be
He
pissed
was
off.
in the bed stuck, and he's like, "Bring up my shoes over here." I'm like, "Come get them,"
Yeah,
and he wouldn't get off. He wouldn't get off to go get them. I'm like, "Just get them. Try it.
You
Try it,"
think
And he would just. And I was like laughing. I was dying
I know
laughing.
it's
Like,
all fun and
come
games.
get
That's
him, or
what
you're
they
gonna be stuck there.
It's
do.
all fun and games till she gets
Yeah,
the shit slapped out of her.
yeah. When
Oh,
that
well, that would never happen. But yeah,
with
that
that
was so funny. It was.
No,
I was laughing so hard at that.
so I shouldn't even be
and
talking.
I'm not that extreme anymore. I still, in the shower, I still kind of, but it's not no more like I'm thinking about other vatos doing their thing in the shower. It's just that now it feels more comfortable to have a mom.
Of
You know what I mean?
course,
I don't feel comfortable with my feet on the
just be
floor.
barefooted.
Yeah, it just feels
No, I
weird.
know. I get that. I get that.
But yeah, it's a trip. Okay, let me go. Debbie said it's cool. It's overwhelming. Pinchy fence and tie. Los is in the house with the gafas. What's up, brother? Javier said, Chango, I went through this also. I cried like a baby in there. I couldn't cry. Yeah, when the joint, no, I mean, yeah, it's all that macho bullshit. Debbie said it's overwhelming and emotionally draining. Ariana Espinosa said, how are you guys doing? Everybody, we've been good, man. We've been good. Debbie said, a lot of anxiety. That's what volume is for, anxiety. Jojo AZ said, I do the same shit. Debbie said, Ariana. Debbie said, Walmart is stressful. Military time. We don't like being rushed, said Debbie. Raziel said, muscle rub. Debbie said, cricket Macklemore. Debbie said, we're kicking butt out here. Step it up or step off. We'd like some appreciation. No, I appreciate everything that she did with my son, and I know how hard she. Like I used to call, and she had two jobs. She'd be asleep. I'd make them wake her ass up just to tell her, hey, did you send the feria and shit? Like I know that it
This
was.
freaking guy, right?
You don't have
Right?
to. No one asked for your opinion. Just sit there and
I'm
No,
be.
I
proud of you
know, but
too,
you're
homegirl.
welcome. You're
I'm
welcome for
proud of you
that.
too,
I
homegirl.
was dead asleep and wake up. She's on the phone.
I appreciate you for
Right.
being a good mom and being
And
a woman that you are. Oh, no, to develop the woman that you are now.
yeah, I had a lot to do with that. But
I
let me
can't stand
go.
you.
She wants her citizenship. Jojo
Oh
says
my god.
stuck with me for life. I can still leave. Yeah, she talking shit. Ty 602 OMG said Debbie. It's not easy for everyone. Ty said, Jovan, you know how cheap ramen and tuna is at Walmart? LOL. I know.
I don't.
Krista said, tuna is cheaper at food for less. Debbie said, it's serious out here. They will turn off the power out here and let us starve. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, it definitely is tougher on the streets. I mean, well, in some senses, it depends. Like, yes, you can end up cold in a house with no lights and shit, but and I think that's where like what Chango said, empathy comes in. You need to realize also that in the joint, a misstep could get a motherfucker shanked. You know what I mean? So, and some of us have been there. Like I got stabbed in my neck in a riot. You know what I mean? So there are things that both sides of the fence is stressful, and I don't think it's necessarily fair to hold the other one to any kind of like, well, you don't understand what I've been through type shit on both sides, because I think both of it was hard. It was all hard. The whole thing is fucking difficult. It's also hard for the vatos that are torcido, knowing that their old ladies out there struggling. It's not easy to know that your girl's out there struggling, trying to raise your kid, and your child is maybe not getting what to the extent that they should be getting because your dumbass is locked up like that. If you're a real motherfucker, then that should be things that go through your mind as well. So the stresses are all the way around in that world. I mean, that's why we say it's best to fucking avoid it. Ty said, Crush knows. Jojo said, Ese grillo, you better be more punctual, pues. But when you want to go to Walmart, Joan better be in the car ready to go. She usually is now. That's our thing, bro. We cruise and then we go to
Well,
Walmart.
now it's an easier time. We both have an income. You know, we don't have to stress. You came out in the like perfect time when Mijo was like preteen. You showed him like a lot how to be a man, how to work, how to do things. So yeah, life is not that stressful when there's two parents in the household and when both people are helping.
Yeah, it's hard for one woman by herself.
It's hard, or a man, that has kids and he's trying. It's there's a
Mhm.
lot of single dads now too. So it's like
No, you're right.
now I don't mind because I don't have two jobs and Mijo's not a baby. Now we get to enjoy each other, our time. And like I said, he's my best friend. Like with like, hey, you want to go cruise? You want to go walk around? Let's just
Who's your
go.
best friend?
Daniel's my best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh,
See?
okay. Man, with friends like that, who needs enemies? In my bad. That slipped. That slipped. My bad.
No, so
Sometimes, man.
now,
Sometimes, you know, I'm glad. I'm glad you said that because I was under the impression it was a different type of party. The
no,
way you act
no,
sometimes. Oh,
no, no.
oh, I know what it is. That's for the show. It's like you play the
I'm
bad
nice
cop, good
to
cop.
him most of the time, so stop.
No, I'm just saying
I'm
because
nice.
then I'm glad to hear that you're being accountable. My
No,
bad.
so but now we have time. We're not like in a hurry or stressed. I don't have to hurry up and go to sleep. I'm not working night shifts, so it's like now it's just us because our kid doesn't really mess with us. He's 20, like he does, but he doesn't. And so now all we have is like each other, and it's like, okay, yeah, let's go do this. Yeah, let's go do
That's
that.
what's
And
up.
then
That's what's up. I like
we'll,
that.
we'll we'll like compromise. He'll take me to Starbucks, give me a little coffee, and then we'll go walk around. We'll
Aww,
go walk around
aww.
Walmart and do what he wants to do.
Oh, here we go. We shouldn't even brought up. I didn't even want to tell you my story about Walmart. So forget it then, man. Oh my goodness.
Crusted said, LOL, Ty. Debbie said, Crusted, I got albacore at Wally. Shit, you not. Debbie, where do you live? Said Ty. Crusted said, apple cores. What's apple cores? But Meadow said, man, Giovanna's still talking. Let's get back to the comments. I left a good one she needs to hear.
Okay, Barbetto, calm down.
Pretty sure I read it, bro. Debbie said, albacore, white meat tuna, Spencer. Yeah, they used to sell the albacore tuna in the joint.
Mm-hmm.
Patricia said, some people want to be homeless because there's no financial responsibility or of any kind, no rent, car insurance,
Grillo,
etc.
Grillo used to go hard. He just go straight from the pack. He
The
put
albacore.
oatmeal. He put oatmeal and tuna and mackerel all together. Are gonna pump you up.
No.
Yeah. David said, Ty said so too, Spencer. Cricket can whoop that butt now, said Ty. I can whoop that butt now. David said, Palmetto 100. Patty Guardado said, OMG, we're not going to get nowhere. Like I said, I know what I know and I see it all every day. My job is not easy, but I feel bad for young them, and I will continue to be there for the ones that really want to make it in life. Remember, some of these guys have paid their due to society. I've been working the system now since '68. Everyone deserves a chance. I'm against sexual predators. They should never come out. Yeah, I agree with you on that. As far as sexual predators, because it's known and it's been proven that is not rehabilitatable. Um, but I agree with you on the other end. For those that are serious about getting out, the thing is that, and as an ex-convict myself, we there's a lot of vatos have made it tough for the rest of us because the recidivism rate is so high. Nobody believes us when we say we're through with that shit. Even in the pinta, it's a joke when motherfuckers are saying they're gonna get out and change or they're not guilty and all that type of shit. And you see those Cristianos that they're 100% Bible thumpers and then they get out and they come back off their guts. And
Mm-hmm.
so all that stuff is I mean that's real world shit. And
That's why it's hard for me sometimes to feel sorry for those people, Patty. I know you see it because you work for them and you feel sorry for them, but I feel sorry for the kids that they leave behind first. I feel sorry for them first before them. I'm
What does
sorry, but
Patty
I
do?
do. She's
yeah,
a correctional officer. So
Oh,
she,
okay.
she feels sorry for them and empathy for them and stuff. And I absolutely get it. There's some good people in there that, probably made a mistake, shouldn't be in there, whatever. But I feel more bad for their kids that they left out here than them. Sorry, yeah,
Right.
to say that, but the kid didn't ask to be here, and if it's the guy's third, fourth time back in there, it's like, come on, dude. Like,
It
you
it
know,
has to. It has. It's you're what you're saying is absolutely right, and I get what Pat is it Patty? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patty's talking about, but I talked about that a little while back about you know inmates. There's there are different types of inmates. As far as the ones that are programming and the ones that are on the boot camp. There ain't no excuse, but you want to live your life like that and not make a change for yourself, then
Yeah.
that's on you, and that's where the
Or
manipulation comes in, and all that stuff. Being still in the mix.
Yeah.
or you know what though? Or if you're single and have no kids, do whatever you want to do. It's your life to mess up.
No, not even that. That's
You know,
that.
and I don't even think a life should be wasted like that by messing up. But it's your life, and if that's what makes you happy going in and out of prison, whatever. But when you have kids out here, it's hard for me to feel sorry for that guy that went back 4 or 5 times because life is hard out here for him and he can't make it. So he has to go back for the 5th time. But while he was out here, he got some other girl pregnant and now he's on his 4th kid. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to feel sorry for that type of guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I mean,
It's
that's
just to have, what, at the end of the day, is to have compassion and have love
I don't
for
have
everybody.
compassion for that guy though. And
No,
I'm
no,
telling
for
you, I don't.
anybody, even the ones that mess up.
I don't have compassion or empathy for that guy
No,
that keeps going in and out for 4 years,
okay,
for four or
okay,
five
okay.
times and
I
has
know, I get
kids.
let him,
that. I get that.
you said that. Let him talk. Let him say what he's about
Oh
to
no,
say.
I'm just saying that he's saying you should have. I
But you
don't.
didn't let him finish what he was saying.
Yeah, I
Okay,
sometimes I
sorry.
forget my thought. In other words, is to have, like I said, compassion and love for everybody. I'm not gonna start, preaching or anything, but it just these are my thoughts, how I think, and the way I used to think. Being in there and then being out here, and just even making the transition in there. You know what I'm saying? And I just had a
Yeah, no,
spiritual awakening.
I get it. That's your opinion, and my
And I
opinion
no
is
right, and I get what
that's
Grill's
my
saying
opinion.
about these people that hide behind their religion. And I'm not here to talk about none of that. I'm just talking in general, just things that I've seen out here.
Yeah.
So I
So
get what Grill's talking about.
But I definitely agree with Jovan on that side of it. That part of it, I have no empathy for a vato that's gonna just continue doing the bullshit. And I'm open about that. I've said that. Them vatos that are still clicked up, all them vatos that are still with that shit, that
That's
are
why
leading.
that's what I meant by when I said still in the mix.
Yeah, they're like the ones that are still leading these kids down that
Yes,
path, and they're the cause for a lot of lost lives. I have no empathy for them bottles at all. Period. But I will not say that they can't change because I was one of them motherfuckers. I was, and so I still believe that everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves, but they have to prove themselves. I mean, they can't just be talking about it. It has to come a time when they actually do step away from all that and decide that they're gonna, be something different, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of their, how macho they feel or what they feel in their, they don't want to be called a piece of shit for dropping out or none of that shit should matter at the end of the day when you're gonna come into the real world and be a normal citizen and do for your children and for your family. But I think that's the only.
like if he's just living his life, then whatever. But I'm talking about a guy that did 5 years. He gets out. And in the first 3 months, he's like, oh man, this is hard. I can't do this. I can't, whatever. But then you want to go lay down with a woman over and over again, and she's pregnant and has a kid, and you're still having those thoughts, and this is your second, third kid. I don't have empathy for him. I'm sorry. I need you to get up and do what you need to do and take care of your kids.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to be single and ruin your life and do whatever, you're an adult. It's your life. Live it how you want. If you
But
want
I
to
also
ruin your life, if you want to have a good life, that's up to you. But I don't feel sorry for that guy that
I
just.
also, I also think that's an extreme though because I think that's a cop out. If a vato gets out, especially after 5 years, and they're saying that they can't function in the world, I think that's bullshit. I think that's cop out. I think that's. I mean, look at Chango, 20 something years. I did 20. Look at we've had Chopper on here. He did 32 years. Five or any amount of time should not be an excuse for not being able to function in the world. Though it's not that hard. At the end of the day, it's not. When you've made up your mind that you're done with that shit, It's not that hard, period. Now, is there things to get used to? Of course, but those are not roadblocks to normal living. They're just
Mm,
things you got to figure out. And so,
exactly.
and that's it. The vatos you're talking about, babe, are usually the are usually who we were in the beginning. The ones that are still with the shit. We're just doing our thing. We're still playing the game, and we use it as an excuse to go back and forth and
Well,
back and
yeah,
forth.
like you, if you, when you had gone out after those 13 years, and
But still,
if you didn't want to work, or if you ended up going back and getting out and coming, I would have been like, dude, really? Like,
I
come
know,
on.
but listen. Do you not remember? I did go back 4 times. I've done 20 years in total. I was out for 4 months and 11 days the second time. I've been out twice in the last
No,
20
but
years.
me and you were single at the time. We didn't have Mijo at the time. After Mijo was born, I was like, dude, this, no more. I'm done.
I get it, but I'm still that person you're talking about, and I'm still somebody who changed my life later. That's all I'm talking about. The excuses were mine at that time. I did the same shit. I got out for 4 months and I got you pregnant. Then I got out for 11 days and I was still with the shit while you were pregnant.
Wow,
Mm.
you were a piece of poop for real, man.
You remember? Shit.
What a piece of poop.
No, you could just use other words like
Wow.
a cold piece of work.
And you knew
Wow.
it. The problem is you knew it. When I was
But
with
we
you for
didn't have
4 months,
Mijo running around while you
no,
were out doing your
but
thing
I
either.
know. But we also knew that you were probably going to end up pregnant because we were going like fucking rabbits for 4 months, and I was
Okay, well,
still,
you don't have to
You
tell
know,
people my business,
yeah,
sir. You don't have to tell
barebacking.
people that.
Yeah,
I was also,
barebacking.
and I was out there going. I was still in that, and then in them 4 months is when I did the whacking. So
Okay,
you knew right.
you don't have to tell people my business. Thank you.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Norma Pimbres said, "¿Qué pasa, raza? My mama didn't play. She was awarded." Debbie said she was probably going through a rough change of pace, trying to make the best life ever. Yeah, for sure. Everybody. I mean, it's par for the course. Patty said, and you were also in jail for 3 days. She was. Debbie said, the government wants single-mom homes. The men are necessary at home. They are. Definitely two-parent home is ideal no matter what anybody says.
Mm-hmm.
Patty said, yes, the kids do matter. Debbie said, the family needs a dad at home.
Hey,
100.
go all the way to the bottom, homegirl. Look what they're talking about.
John Saviejo said, buenas noches, carnal. And to the missus, don't forget to PM your info.
First of all, hold on,
God bless.
Ty.
What's he say?
Don't say that. I didn't trap him. Don't say that. Okay. He
That was
trapped me. He trapped me. He was like, you know what? I don't want you going anywhere for the next 13 years. Here you go. Get pregnant. Thanks.
pretty sure that's not how that happened. Respect. Buenas noches. Debbie said respect is taught at home first, not the streets or jail. And that's
Absolutely,
Well, not
Patty.
just that, because like I see some parents, like when I go to work, and I work at a music school, so I see the parents, like how they talk to their kids, and it's like just how like they belittle them sometimes and just talk down to them, and it's like, why are you talking to your kid like that? Like, shouldn't like respect your kid also, like, so you can get respect back. Now you're gonna make your kid not like you, but I see the way parents talk to their kids too, and it's sad sometimes, because I'm
yeah,
like, you wouldn't talk to your coworker like that, you wouldn't talk to your boss like that, probably wouldn't talk to your husband like that, but you're talking to your kid like that. Like, this is your kid, you gave life to this person, and you're going to talk to them all messed up like that. Like, that's just, it's wrong. I know that they're young and people think that they don't know, but kids also need to be treated with respect and care, not just because they're kids, so treat them however. That's not okay. I see that all the time at work,
Burkina
but
crosses the Rio Grande several times a year, might I add, but won't dump a trash bag alone 10 yards away. Go figure.
first of all, no, I've never crossed anywhere, sir. Neither has my parents or grandparents or great grandparents. No, thank you.
Debbie said you need at least 20 for the coffee shop. Patty said, OMG, really to the missus? Raziel said, laugh my ass off. Raziel said, Jovan's got busted huaraches. What are you guys going to do for the kids for Christmas? We've been doing it already, bro. We've
38 kids.
Yeah, we got 38 kids listed. We've already been sending out. We've sent out enough for 11 so far. We're gonna get the rest of them this week. We're sending them out Amazon. We did the fundraiser. We're somewhere in the ballpark of what 2,900 was it, babe? 26, 29. I gotta count it all up. I'm gonna post it so I know exactly what it is. But yeah, we got it going, bro. We did it again this year, and we got 38 kids. Heart Life said good night, y'all. Good night,
Oh,
brother.
good night, Tony.
Ty said good night, Tony. Heart Life said Ty. Crusted said good noche, Tony. Anthony Ortega said, hey, Chango, going to know you got much love.
Okay.
Javier said I got out
He's
right
okay, Anthony. He's okay. He's all right.
Javier said I got out right on time. My celly was starting to look like Selena.
Oh my God, stop.
Hard Life said, crust. Ty said, yeah, it's OCD. Debbie said, put a little towel on the shower floor and slowly get used to barefoot. I had the same thing. I do that. If
He's
my
done
child,
that when he forgets his shoes. When you've forgotten your shoes. One time we were at my mom's or we were at my cousin's somewhere. We stayed the night. And I was like, why is there a towel in the shower? And you're like, I forgot my sandals. Like, what? Like, you put a towel in the shower? Oh, goodness.
On the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Debbie said, Heart Life. Angel said, I believe when you sign that paper and take that vow, it's death do us part.
Yeah. Lucky guy. He gets to do life with me. Look at him. Look how happy he is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at.
They put him out of rabbits right here.
Really?
Heart Life
a lot of rabbits. They're called your new. They said they change your name to Coneja.
Anthony said, Cricket and your wife, Jovi, and everyone here calling it a night. Love everyone here. Good night, brother.
Good night.
Nothing wrong with slides in the shower, said Ty. Patty said, that's so mean. Which part? Heart Life said, fungus among us. Anthony, good night. John Sabiaco said, I still flush before it drops and I still wear my slippers in the shower. Yeah, I still do that too. I drop and flush. I still do that.
You have to.
Yeah.
You don't just let it sit there and marinate.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Debbie said, crusted laughing.
Let's get down and dirty.
You see them come back because they just can't make it out here. No one can even get a job and they try. I don't know, Patty. I got a murder and an armed robbery on my record. And I didn't have very many it wasn't that hard to get a job. You just have to prove yourself. It's a little more difficult. But
absolutely.
But when I got out, I was making $10 an hour as a maintenance guy at a hotel. That's how I started. And you do it. I mean, you prove your worth, and then none of that matters. I've seen dudes that have burglaries or thefts or a drug charge say that they can't make it. It's bullshit. Where I work now, I've seen them hire vatos with felonies for slanging dope or for theft, and they give them those shots. It's usually not an issue. I think people make more of it than it really is, and that's from personal experience. I've never been let down for a job, and my record is fucking ridiculous. Now,
hey, bro, you're absolutely right.
I know I can't go put in to be a bank teller, but for a normal job,
they don't even pay that much no more, so you ain't got to worry about. You ain't missing nothing. I went to the bank the other day, and they were complaining to me about their wages, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
but
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just. I think the problem is that the vatos expect too much. You want to get out and you want to make the $18 an hour that everybody else does, and that's not real. That's not real life.
That's
just
realistic.
It took us 3 years for him to finally get the pay that he wanted. It took us 3 years to save up money and build our credit so that we can get a house. And it took, and a lot more than that,
A lot more than that for me to get where I'm at with the salary now. I was making hourly. I think my last hourly wage was $16 an hour, and that was just 2 years ago. I've only been at this job that I'm at now for 2 years, and now I'm at salary, and it's comfortable. But I've been out for 9 years. It took me 7 years to get to this point. I mean, but that's normal. When you start at 18 and then you get to be 25, then you probably get to that point then. So prisoners have to think, or ex-felons that get out have to think the same way. Just because you're 30 years old doesn't mean you should just be able to walk into something. You still are starting from scratch, and you need to realize that it's going to take a while to get somewhere, and you have to work towards that. Period. That's just the way it is. That's life. That's life for everybody. When you turn 18 and you start your first jobs, as wherever you're working, as a bus boy, as a whatever you're doing, a waitress, it takes you years to get to the point you're going to be at. And just because Avato gets out the joint when he's 30 doesn't mean that he doesn't also have to put in that same work that everybody else did. Some of them expect that they shouldn't, and that's where they're wrong. You have to put, especially once you've already fucked up. That's on us. We made those decisions. We made those mistakes. We did whatever we did to get ourselves in that position. So now it's our turn to get ourselves out of it. And I just think it's a cop out when fools are saying that they can't make it because they can't find a job and all that. I don't believe that. There's actual organizations that are focused directly on getting prisoners jobs.
There's all these grants. You can listen, even as a parolee, depends on what state you are. All you got to do is tell them that you're funded. Yeah, you are, and they can't even ask you that no more.
Yeah, there's big companies that actually hire felons on purpose because they have tax write-offs for that type of stuff.
Man, preach, brother, preach.
My mom, when she worked at DES at the state, and this was 20 years ago, they would hire people that were on parole to work at the front window. And that was a long time ago. And I know that some of you guys are saying in the comments down below, like, well, in California. So then what do we do? What do we do? We sit here and talk to this adult and say, okay, you can't make it. You can't find a job. So then what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to jail? Do you want to just go get a cardboard and be homeless? What do you want to do? Are we going to complain? Are we going to pull up our pants and figure it out? This is a whole grown adult. What do we do then? Then move to another state if you have to move to another state. I mean, what do you do then? Then you're just doomed and you're just an adult walking around in the streets because you can't? Yeah, come on, you gotta figure it out.
I'm gonna be on. Hey, listen, I agree with you guys with everything you're saying, but like you said, it's a cop out, and then I don't care what state you're at, man. There's so many opportunities, man. Yeah. Literally, man.
AP crossed that border illegally. And he paid to get, a social and ID, and he worked at Filiberto's, and he's making a good check. So if people can come in here to this country illegally every single day, and next week they're working, you should be able to find something.
Listen, these dudes are working in the fields, right? Seasonal, right? They come, 3-4 months, they get their paper, and they take off to med school. And look, you got people, like you said, they don't have papers and they're hustling. Legit.
I've seen it, Chongo. I've seen a girl come from Guatemala on Saturday, and she was working in the hotel on Monday, cleaning rooms. I've
seen it over and over. Look, right? Look, we talk about me as an example. Look, I came out with nothing, right? Look, I'm a felon. I'm not an ex-felon. I'm still a felon. Or, I'm still on paper and all that. And, I had to figure out, look, I had a loved one talk to her. I talked to one of her best friends. She's like, I'm going to be honest with you, Jay, I'm proud of you. I said, well, what happened? She goes, man, before you got out, we were just trying to figure out what is he going to do? Because remember, all I knew was illegal stuff. You know what I mean? What was I going to do? What was the plan? Was he going to be working at Jack in the Box or, one of these fast food restaurants? He's lived a certain lifestyle, but it wasn't about that. I had to let all that go. But watch this. Like you said, the opportunity arose because of my situation as far as my experience and all that. I went through some stuff. I had to go through a fingerprint. I had to talk to the state, with the, what's that called? The background check people. And I was able to talk to them. And then I was able to share I didn't tell them everything. I didn't lie to them either. They asked me questions. I answered what I need to tell them, right? I didn't mislead them, but they gave me a chance. Everybody needs, and then because of my experience, when I showed them my accomplishments, and they were like, whoa, what did you do? So don't tell me that, oh, you can't look. Listen, I came out with nothing, no credit. You know what my credit score is? A 780. Come on. And like you said, to be able to, buy that property, buy that car, it's not about the materialistic things. I don't care if you're riding the hoopty. You know, I don't care if you're using your
No.
like they
Yeah,
say,
you
your
don't have to get
chanclas.
out and ride a BMW. You just
No, of course.
something to get you from point A to point B.
But that's a
Mhm.
lot of the problem. A lot of these vatos get out and expect that they're gonna be in a BMW and they're
They
gonna have
feel that they're entitled. You know.
yeah, and they're gonna have an office job. But that's the point. Listen, no, that's not gonna be the case. You may have to work at Jack in the Box. Deal with it, bro. It's better than the
There's
pinta.
And then
nothing wrong with that.
even if you're
There's
working at
nothing
Jack in the
wrong with
Box,
that.
you know you still through the drive-through, and the next you know you still as time goes on, people get tired, and then you move up, then you end up being a
Yeah,
manager, and you
It's
yeah.
just
it's
keep
not a
moving on, moving
permanent
on, moving
thing.
up.
Yeah, it's not a permanent thing. It's just a for now to get you, over that little hump, you know?
You know,
It's all part of life, and normal people go through it too. When the doctor that's a doctor today was probably working at McDonald's when he was 17, 18. The problem is we skipped all that. So now we're here at 30 or whenever the fuck we're getting out. I was 37 and about to get my first job in my life. I had one job before that. When I was 16, I worked at Fry's as a bag boy for 2 months. That's it. That's my only job ever in my life. So getting out at 37, now I got to figure it out. I'm not going to step into the fucking CEO role. No one's going to give me that chance. I got to prove myself now from the bottom, like everybody else has done in this world. Nobody stepped into their role. Everybody moved up from the bottom. But the problem is a lot of these vatos don't want to do that. They don't want to go through the hassle. They want to complain about, man, I'm only making $10 an hour while they're spending $20 on a pack of cigarettes and their beer every day. Like, you got to give up some vicios. You got to give up some shit. You got to
Hmm.
stop trying to wear all the expensive stuff. Stop
it's
trying to look
about
cool.
prioritizing. You know,
Yeah. Stop trying to look cool for the bitches. Stop the clubs. Stop the bars. Do you until you can get to that point. It's gonna come. In time, you'll have that opportunity. But you have to get there. We've squandered a lot of time. So now we need to catch up. And so that's why I'm not with that bullshit when these vatos are talking about, man, I can't make it out here. I think that's a cop out. I really do. Now I understand because I use that. I use that same shit. When you're still with the shit, you find any excuse. Oh, it's tough out here. Oh, I'm traumatized. You don't know what I've been through. Oh, my dad killed my sister. I've used all my little excuses in my life. But in the end, it's still gonna come to what the fuck do I want out of my life and what I'm gonna do for my kids. Period. That's it. And here I am. So and again, like I said, my jacket, I got muerte, I got armed robbery, I got all the federal drug cases. I got shit that most people don't have on their record. So if you got a burglary and you telling me you can't find a job, I'm calling bullshit.
ooh, ooh. Say it again. You're turning me on.
You stupid. All right, facts. Cricket, it's bad being inside worrying about the family issues at home, but keep the faith, said Debbie. Hit the like, she said. Ty said, rumor has Jovan whooped Gordo so bad he even thinks about it, he drops. That's a true story, bro.
He does. He's like, I didn't like that you used to spank me. I'm like, well, I did spank you. I wasn't an abusive parent, and I whooped him on the butt, explained to him why he was getting, his butt whooped,
Bad
and that was
mom.
that.
Bad
He knew,
mom.
no,
Bad
don't,
mom.
never, never, the best mom to him ever. Like I
He
said,
whooped.
that kid was spoiled.
He's traumatized. He's
He
traumatized.
never. I mean, no, that kid was spoiled, but he
He's already
couldn't
all
be
grown up.
disrespectful.
Every time he sees a chancla, he runs.
No. No, but I couldn't let him be out, be disrespectful or rude or talking back or, just I couldn't let him act like that. I couldn't.
Wonder why he has a deformity now. You know what I mean?
No, he doesn't.
His
Stop
nagas are
it.
all sideways. All the
No, I
whoopings
don't
are
think
giving him.
so. I don't think so.
Crusted said, that's cool, you guys. Javier said, when you walk around together, do her ears rub against your cejas? Ty said, Javier laughed my ass off. He said, ese Ty, que no. Anthony said, hey, homie, Cricket and Joey, are you guys planning to have more kids? I don't know, bro.
No, we're not.
There's no actual plans, but who knows? I wanted to when I first got out, and she didn't want to. She didn't want me going to have I don't know, another brother. She didn't want me going to feel like he didn't get to be raised by me, but now there's this baby being that I'm paying attention to, and I understood that. But so now we're here at this point, and who knows?
Um,
Tyson,
I don't I think it's just past us.
maybe past you, shit. Ty said, Jovan has Disney powers, lol. Those ears can't lie.
Oh well.
Raziel said, yeah, high recidivism is the problem, but there isn't a lot of support for reducing it. It's like they want to get worse so they have something to complain about and make money off of. Yeah, but I mean, the problem is, bro, people need to take responsibility for their own lives again. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, and you're right, but it got to come to a point where we stop depending on everything else. Even in the joint, they don't offer a lot of programs in the Pinta. They don't offer school and all that like they used to. They used to have Pell Grants. You used to be able to get a fucking PhD in the joint. They took all that away. It didn't stop us from reading books and trying to fucking educate
Apply
ourselves.
yourself. Yep.
You can hear vatos get out and they know the whole goddamn thesaurus because they sit there and educate themselves. So you just have to do it, bro. It just has to be in you to do it. You have to want it. You can't just expect shit to be handed to you. If it's handed to you, feed me. That's cool. I would love that, but it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So if we know that, then
Patience is a virtue.
yeah, you just gotta come out with your, and hit the fucking ground running. Do what you gotta do. Patty said, I really understand where you're coming from. I know how some of them are. Yeah. Debbie said, that's right. While Fence, he should accept responsibility for the kids. I think that guy is a burden to the family, and we let him be a burden so he doesn't man up. Right, Cricket? That's what I think. She said, my
Yeah.
bad, Fence, not wild. Yeah, because listen, we've all seen that too. You know what I mean? About the way that everybody loves their kids to the most in the joint. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to send cards and hey, here's $50. Can you make my kid a fucking whatever? Whatever they're making in there, and that's great and everything. But have them same feelings on the streets, man. Stop getting torcido. And
A
I talk
crochet, a crochet.
yeah, booties and all that shit. And that's and I feel the same. I'm talking to myself in that same sense. You know, man, I was that motherfucker. I'm just glad that I was given the chance that I shouldn't have. I'm out here, and so I'm taking advantage of it. But I should definitely not be out here.
Oh, you're
But
welcome again.
and it has nothing to do with Jovan.
I can read between the lines, so you're welcome.
Mm.
Read between them.
Hey, see, I knew you got yourself a winner. I like that, bro.
You sure look at him.
Good night, everyone. Patty said, well, don't jump in bed with them right away. Like I said, keep your legs closed. I call it keep your soon lockdown? Oops, up yourself on lockdown. Oh, yeah. Keep yourself on lockdown. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, shit. Most fools should when they get out. If you know you're not done with it, I mean, the best thing to do is not to. I did it. I mean, but it's hard. You know what I mean?
It's because you were selfish and you trapped me and whatever. I mean,
Okay, I
I'm
don't know.
okay. I'm
I
okay
agree
with it. I'm okay
I
with it
agree
now because I love
on the
Mijo. So
selfish thing, but
yeah,
trapping you, you had
he did.
choices too.
He
So
trapped
stop
me.
playing the victim role.
No, I was.
Please.
She
Why
trapped me
would I trap you?
because you knew
You were going back. Why would I trap you?
you knew I was gonna eventually change. I was a good dude. You knew that.
Oh, okay.
Good night, everyone. She said, Ty said, snip the balls. Patty said, oops. Yeah, I read that. Debbie said, Ty. She put the little scissors. That's right. Preach, IG, said Patty. IG, who's IG? Ty said, unless you want kids with baby mamas. Debbie said, in and out, but it's easy to violate. They set us up for failure, but if you decide to change, you can do it. There is that. I don't question that part of it, the violation shit. But it's not, state parole's easy to finish though. I mean, you can kill your time. Feds is a little different. You're gonna do that 5 years no matter what. But in the state, just kill your number. Fuck it. Get out with nothing. Ty said fence trap cricket. She did. Chita said like rabbits. Patty said I can tell more or less the real and fake. Wow, girl, the words you use. So you weren't innocent yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The what?
A good thing is it all worked out. Look at what Patty said way on the bottom.
Can't force
off your comment, what you said. She's always on your side. I'm not saying that she ain't on your side this time, but you know. Hmm.
I said right there. She said to the missus, "You're really an innocent angel. With all due respect."
No, not
No,
that
I
one.
knew,
Not
and
that
like
one.
I said, I knew at some point what I was getting into when I met Manuel. But
Okay, you
again,
read it. You read it already. See.
I was single. I was doing me. I didn't have 3 kids and taking them to go see some new man in jail or whatever. I was single. We were both doing our thing, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's just after Mijo though. That's when that was it. When Mijo was born, that was it. A whole new life just started. Not just for him, but for me. So,
Well, I'd let you know I'm proud of you.
and and I know on here we're not always gonna agree with each other. People aren't gonna see it my way, and I'm not gonna see it their way. But it's a good, healthy discussion to have.
Of
You know what
course.
I mean? Because sometimes when we do get off the live and we do have these discussions, I'm like, you know what, that kind of did make sense. I kind of do get it now. There's a lot of times that I'm like, I have an oh yeah moment. You know what I mean? Like
Of course, I see
they
that.
were right, But then there's sometimes where I'm just like, no, I still think my way. You know what I mean? This is still my
And there's
opinion.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I
Just
know.
like
And
the other day.
Oh, I know.
that's how
I know that.
everybody. I mean, no one's gonna be totally convinced one way. Everybody's gonna have their own opinions, and it is what it is. But I think debate is healthy because it's a serious,
Exact. That's the key
serious
word right there.
yeah, it's a
Healthy,
serious
bound,
conversation.
And
healthy.
I have reasons and I have ways to back it up why I see it this way.
No,
And
yeah,
like,
of course.
a lot of you may not know, but I worked in a hotel for 7 years. These past 7 years, and I've seen the housekeepers. They're typically illegal and they're typically Latin or Mexican or whatever. And I've seen them. I've heard their story. So when I hear a grown man that gets out, oh, I can't make it and I can't, that extreme, it's hard for me to have empathy for them. I seen a girl come and she saved up $10,000 just to get from El Salvador to where we were at. And they shot her husband in the face right in front of her and her kid, and she escaped all that when El Salvador was going all crazy. And she got there, and a week later, she's cleaning toilets and cleaning rooms. So it's hard for me to have empathy for a guy that's
No, I'm with you
in
on
and
that.
out. You know what I mean? So I have reasons on why I don't sometimes, and then I have reasons why I do. You know what I mean? So maybe a lot of people don't
And the
know
rent
that
and the rent
where I
went up
worked
too.
and what I saw. Yeah, and I felt sorry for the women. I
No, no,
did.
I get no. I'm with you on that. It's unfortunate. It's just like some of these guys that come out. They crossed the like. I met this guy 2 weeks ago. He just got here and he just didn't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? But he's over here chambeando and and working his butt off. You know what I mean? He went through. He went. It took him like 7 days with a little backpack, and he was breaking. I mean, I've heard stories over and over, but when he was telling me, I was just listening to him, and then look, the second day when he got here, he was on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
I get you. You know what I mean? What you're talking about, the woman or the dude. You know what I mean? That is going to be apply themselves. When you got dudes here that got these dudes don't even have papers. And then I understand the homeboy with L.A. what he's talking about. He's saying the mojos are taking all the jobs, but still, you got a citizenship. So whether you're on parole or you're not on parole. You know what I mean?
The
Doesn't
what are
matter what state
taking?
you
What's the
are.
mojo?
Or my bad, that slipped. But I don't want to give you too
Oh,
much
I get
game.
it. But well, then you got to work as hard as them, and you
But
got to
here's
prove yourself.
and, let,
That's what
and, let
that's
me,
what that's what Grillo's talking about.
and here's the other side of that. Just so everybody's so yes, they take jobs or whatever you want to say, but it's usually the jobs that people ain't gonna want to do on this end of on this side of the trade. Because I'll tell you this: in these hotels that I work in, that I've been doing
Hmm.
now, they'll have they have to use actual agencies because they don't have paper, so they have to use these
That's
staffing
another
agencies.
thing. Yep.
They got to use these staffing agencies to bring them in here because that's the only way to do it. Now, the corporation, the actual like our corporate is usually pushing management to hire people with papers to get them out of here because they pay more for them. Usually the staffing agency will pay them $13 an hour, but the corporation or the hotel is paying the staffing agency like $15 or $16 an hour, so they keep the difference. So, but if you hired someone directly with the hotel, you would pay them $15 an hour, and that's it. So a lot of the like when it comes to that, like they're not the corporations are trying to push these managers to not hire them and to hire directly because of the how much of a difference the pay is. You actually pay more for them. And so the problem is there's not enough people put in applications to get these jobs. You can't find them. And when they do come in here and work, they don't want to do the work. And that's just the truth. They're
Or
not.
they quit, or
A
something.
lot of them have that mentality. I'm American. I shouldn't be scrubbing toilets. I shouldn't be da 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 da. And it's like, well, yeah, you
were
need
scrubbing
to
your
if you
toilet
have
in
to.
jail.
You have to if you need to. You got to take what you got to take. It is what it is.
Beggars can't be choosers.
When I started, I don't know if you remember, but I was maintenance, but there was another maintenance guy there. He was an older vato, but they wanted me to come in and help because he couldn't catch up anymore. But because there was another one, they couldn't put me down as full-time maintenance. So they
didn't want two maintenance people, actually.
Yeah. So they used to put me down to clean like 2 or 3 rooms también every day. But I would spend like 8 hours, and they finally said stop doing that. But that's how it started. Like they wanted me to clean rooms and fucking do maintenance, and I just had to do it. It was the only job that I wanted to get because I wanted to get into the maintenance shit. So that's the way I worked my way in. But at the same time, like I said, with the jale about the paisas taking the jales, I've seen it. Like most of the big corporations want to push that shit out because it costs them more to have those staffing agencies on a 1-to-1 level. If you're paying someone $15 an hour, you're going to pay more to those staffing agencies to bring an individual in because they charge you like $8. I think if I wanted to bring one in right here to my shop, it's $22.50 for me to bring a maintenance vato in here into my shop. $22.50 to pay a staffing agency to bring a paisa in here with no papers from a staffing agency. If I hired someone directly to come in here, I can start them off at $16 an hour. So obviously they tell me try to get someone local, someone that has papers, someone that we can run a background check and you can hire. Felony or not doesn't matter. We just body. But then skills is obviously also an issue. I mean, if you come in and you want to do maintenance, but you can't fucking do shit, it's hard to. I usually try to give the chance. I'll let them, like I'll teach them. We'll try, but that's another issue. You know what I'm saying? You got to work your way up. That's the whole point.
But they start calling in, or they call in sick on their third day. I mean, it's just always something,
Yeah.
But like I said, not all the time, but most of the time.
All right, let me get back to these comments. We're at 2 hours and something or other. Fence is my dirty girl, Gita, said Ty. Oh, she's a dirty. Gita said, Jovan, why you trap poor Cricket? He's such a good boy.
Oh, sí.
Javier dice, ¿qué pasó?
Pobrecito him.
Dice, ¿qué pasó con Dimples y Chata, pinche Javier? Gita said, LOL, Ty. Patty said, to the missus, I already read that. Ariana said, me and my mom are very sick. Oh, are you guys?
Oh, yeah, the girls, Yvonne's girls are sick.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Hopefully you're still here and you can hear that.
Yeah. Hopefully we haven't cussed too much.
Oh.
Gita said, let's all donate to buy Giovanna a new pair of huaraches. Everybody, she deserves a new pair.
Let's not. I'm okay. Thank you, sir.
Said Ariana, feel better soon and bless your mom. Ty said, Sergio and I will have the car running at the courthouse if you want to bone out. LOL.
Okay, well, you don't have to do that. He's fine.
The 23rd, bro. Javier said, hey, a man in heaven told his what dead wife, the priest said, death do us part. We're dead, so bounce. Patty said, a lot of them can go to McDonald's, Jack in the Box. I've seen them do it. California laws are so different than Arizona in a lot of ways. I'm not in Arizona, but I know what you're saying. I mean, different states are different, obviously, but I'm not in Arizona for a reason. I left Arizona because of that. I went to where I thought I can succeed, and
sometimes you got to make that move.
Yep.
People leave other countries for a better life. I mean,
That
that you
power
got to
move.
move to another state, then you got to move to another
Yeah,
state.
you gotta do that power move. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You know, I did the same thing. So, you know,
Yeah. Debbie said 10 an hour is better than 20 a month in prison. You ain't
mm,
bullshit.
mm.
Chita said cricket shit. Where'd you get 20 a month? Well, the state, it was like $13 an hour a month. The feds though was okay.
Right?
Chita, Chita said cricket it may be more difficult until they took that shit from us, right? Chita said cricket it may be more difficult to get a job in places like California as a felon, but then again I have proof, so I'm just saying. No, and I don't doubt that, bro. But to me, this go wherever you can succeed. Don't why are you gonna set yourself up to fail, bro? If California is that tough, move. And I know you did, G. Thought you're in Arizona, so I mean, there's a reason for that. Most people, I mean, that's the point. Like, I get it. There's, whatever it takes to succeed is what a vato has to do. It's better than doing more time or the rest of your life or any time at all. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
temptation.
yeah, if the worst thing you have to do is move to a different state to succeed in life, fuck, do it, bro. Like, I mean, we've done a lot worse. We've gone to other extremes for other bullshit than what's moving. And I know some people, well, what if we don't have anybody to move? Listen, bro.
Well, that's even better.
You find a way, man. You find a way.
Exactly.
I mean, if it meant going back to the joint, I mean, fuck, bro. I would do anything. I'm not. I just couldn't see myself going
Yeah, I'm
back.
sorry. Not for 1 day, 1 second. I'm gonna die out here. That's a wrap.
Debbie said, Javier, laughing. Patty said, yes, it's true. They do need to work a little harder. Ty said, once you have some money, then you can really turn things around and capitalize. Absolutely. Absolutely. And now, especially, there's so many ways, bro, with all this computer shit. I mean, you could just throw $100 into, every paycheck, or forget 100, throw $25 every paycheck into some little investment thing. You know what I mean? Whether it's stocks or crypto or bonds or whatever you want to do. I mean, there's just so many ways to capitalize on what's going on in this world today. And obviously, it'll take you time to get that extra 25 a month to be able to do that, but it comes and it just takes work. Debbie said McDonald's will be giving 20 an hour in California. Yeah, that's another thing. But I know the cost of living is also big out there, so 20
Yeah.
an hour is probably not the greatest, but still, I mean, whatever it takes, I guess my job is the only job where you start on top and work your way down. I dig trenches. Betty said, yes, well, Mark used to hire parolees, but they don't anymore. Oh, Walmart. They don't? I didn't know that. I didn't know they didn't. I know there's a lot that do, and I know that there's even some states that had where they voted to take that. It was called to remove the box, Hale, where they took off where they asked you if you were a felon.
I was under the impression I seen that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of states that do that now. It was. I remember when they were going through it, they were talking about it. It was. Can't remember what it was. The campaign was called "Remove the Box" or some shit. It was about removing the question of whether you're a felon or not. And definitely, they're still going to run you. They're going to check your background. But usually, what they do is most companies do something they call a toolkit, where they have the HR will have a conversation with you about whatever it is that your felony is. And if you're open and honest and you tell them what it is and what happened and how many years it's been since then and where you're at in life today and all that other shit.
By using that mouthpiece.
Yep, they usually give you a chance as long as you don't lie. And that toolkit goes into your HR file. And as long as nothing comes out where that you lied during that interview, you're good. Everything you have a job. Just move on. They're just obstacles that you have to deal with because you made the decisions you made in your life. Period. I mean, it can't just be that we can whack somebody and have free reign of the world when we get out. I mean, it'd be nice, but unfortunately, we made decisions that put us in the position we're in. So now we have to work a little harder to get where we're at. And
man,
it just is what it is.
I love it.
Well, I'm glad you're saying it, because when I say it, this horrible, crazy monster. So I'm glad you're saying everything you're saying because you're
No,
right
because
on.
the way he says it is more, realistic. The way you
Oh,
start
nice
talking
and
is like,
softer.
no,
You
you
want me to
just
be
start, man.
gentle?
No, I hear you, man. But God, sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, man. Like, what's wrong with you, woman? You know, you're good people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that from you. Just like, relax. Just
I
take it.
can't win, man.
No,
Wow.
no, you can win. You're a winner because you got the prize.
You do got the prize.
Oh, I know, mijo.
G Thought said, damn, if Ty got can be baller selling ass on 27th, then anybody can get rich. Ty is
Exactly. Ty's
LOL.
doing it. Look at him.
Debbie said, work is out there, but you have to work on finding it. Ty said, I want everyone to make money, G Thoughts, for real. Jokes aside. Yeah, for real. G Thought said, Cricks, but with all the illegal immigration flooding into the country, it probably will become difficult to find a job as a felon now, if not before. And if Gavin Newsom become president, what is done? And Gavin Newsom ain't gonna become president, bro. Let's not be ridiculous either.
Yeah.
Chita said to California he will do at a federal level. Patty said, yes, in due time it will come. You tell it. Debbie said, G thoughts. Lots of cities are using E-Verify to rent homes and for jobs. A lot of them, bro. They cannot get jobs easily anymore. I'm telling you, where I'm at, it's not even a border state, brother. And they have to do these staffing agencies to get jobs. And these staffing agencies, they have to like still declare that these people have their little number, and but they just put fake numbers and it doesn't have to be verified to the staffing agency. So that's the little loophole that a lot of these companies use to get them to be able to hire these people. But they still are looking to replace them with people from here because it's cheaper. It's cheaper because you don't have to pay so much to these staffing agencies. So no matter what, like here, if a normal, if not normal, but a person with papers comes in to put in for a job, they will get that job over whoever's already. It doesn't matter if one of these have been work if a paisa has been working here for a year, they will replace them with somebody that has their papers because it will be cheaper to have them here, whether they have felonies or not. The problem is they're not they're not putting in applications like that. And when they do, they come in here and they half-ass the work. And they've already shown what can be done. The productivity of the paisas is higher. They work harder. And that's just the way it is. So when these vatos come in here and they got to clean 14, 15 rooms in an 8-hour period, they're like, fuck no, I can't do this because they want to take 20 smoke breaks and they want to sit on their phone watching YouTube all day. It just is what it is. G-Thought said, well, okay then, problem solved. Ty said, being a content creator ain't easy. Patty said, how did he trap you? You fell for it. You got pregnant. You knew what the possibilities were, right?
Yeah, I know. I was joking, Patty. And I was very young and I was very naive. I was 18 when I met him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I have more sympathy for younger kids, especially around that age and 23. And, I had no business going to the jail to meet some guy. I wish somebody would have told me, like, hey, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you going to see that guy? He's no good for you. He's not going to bring you anything good. Like, I wish somebody would have told me that.
They
But
would
there
have
was
been.
nobody there to tell me that. And I was young and naive. Yes. I mean, of course, I'm an adult. I'm going to make my decisions, but that's why I just have more. My heart goes more for the youngsters, the younger ones.
Yeah. So I said, Choca Loca, competition is good. Debbie said, a lot of fast food is overcharging because of losing money in the pandemic, and they are also having trouble keeping workers. That's huge right now. That's what's crazy about this whole conversation. Like everywhere you turn, you're hearing people say that they can't find workers. And
There's
so
help wanted signs everywhere.
so if you're a felon, then and maybe there are a few places that won't hire you, but there's enough that will. And if you're willing to do the work, you can find the job. It's not that it's not right now, especially. It's right now is the time. I mean, it's everybody needs workers right now, and they will give you a chance if you prove yourself. You just you got to prove yourself. You can't go in there with your pants sagging and the fucking and you're on the phone and all that shit. When you go for your interview, you gotta present yourself in a professional way. It's just a certain way of this normal world out here we all had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I always wore long sleeve shirts. No one ever knew I had tattoos till the day I started my job. Then I would show up and be like, well, here I am. And then it's too late. I already had the job. But I would hide all that shit. I wouldn't show none of that stuff. Ty said, I found more drugs cleaning the bathrooms as a bartender. LOL. I know. Debbie said, Ty 602. LOL. White fence. We're scared to leave the state to live successfully. I have respect for immigrants looking for a better life, she said. Hit the like, she said. Burkini said,
Thank you.
There's an illegal right now working in my name in Kansas. We caught him once already. He got fired. The place got raided. Now he's somewhere else.
Oh my God.
Dave, that happened to me too.
It happened to Jovan too. It was a dude under her name.
You know how many times it happened to me? And then the guy had a better job than me. He had better hours than me. I was sick. I'm like, he's got a Monday through Friday, 8 to 3. Really?
It must be nice, huh?
It must be nice, But yeah, that happened to me too. They used my name all over the place to, painting companies, restaurants, dealerships. The list goes on and on.
Someone used my name, and I went to the Social Security office, and I was like, I said, what are you talking about? Here's my paper right here. Here's my my federal ID. What are you talking about? I've been down 20-something years. What do you?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Crazy. But see, this guy one time, he even tried to get unemployment with my number. I'm like, okay, it's one thing to work with it, but now you want to get unemployment? Are you crazy? I was like, no, he didn't. But there's nothing that was going to stop these people. They're going to try to find work and do what they got to do. Their hustle was
that's
real.
an example. And these guys over here in the United States talking about, I can't get a job.
All right.
There's nothing wrong with your number. There's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, that's true.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm like, just what Grio was talking about. Just everything. It just, to me, like you said, it's a cop out. It's like I can understand everyone's point of view. Like homeboy, LA and all that. I get it. Homeboy, what happened to him? Right here, the last comment right here. Dude's using his name. I get all that, man. But man, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost impossible for me to stop him. Yeah, it's a trip. That's a trip. The good thing is, though, brother, you can prove that it ain't you. They won't. Usually, you can figure that part out. And now, like Jovan went, they gave her like a special number.
Yeah. So I went down to the IRS. You have to go down to the IRS, and you have to put in. So every time you do your taxes, like they send you like a little code, and you can also let them know, like, hey, every time my numbers ran, I need to be alerted. Because one time when I went to go do my taxes, they took $700 from me because I didn't pay taxes at some painting company. And I'm like, what? And I had to sit there and prove all of that it wasn't me that worked there. And every time I had to try to prove it, I'd have to call the cops, file a police report. It was just insane.
It was just a mess, right?
Yeah, but when I did go to IRS and like put that in, I haven't had any issues since.
The IRS put a hold on my taxes return because I didn't have a job, right? So they were like, "Where did this dude come from?" Right? I was the first one to, I did my own taxes. I filled it out all that myself. I thought I did something wrong, right? So then I get a letter that says, "Oh well, we're gonna be reviewing your thing, right?" So 2 months. So then 2 months go by. I don't get it. Then I get another letter. 2 more months. I barely got my tax return. My money. Like what? 2 months in October. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
That's crazy.
But now I'm on file, so I'll be doing the taxes in a couple months. Next month 2 months. What's up? Guess who's back, baby?
So I said, let Jovan talk about that bikes of life. I said,
Bye. You just keep working at the blade, okay?
Hey, that's why, hey, bro, that's why she got quiet when I said Mojo. She's like, oh man, my cover's blown. She acted like she didn't know
No,
what
that's
it
not what
meant.
I. No, that's not what I was thinking, Chongo. That's not what I was thinking.
hey, bro, she
Um,
said, what's Mojo? And motherfucking went silent in this bitch, bro.
hey, hey, the jig's up, girl. The jig's
You
up.
know,
You've been
Wow.
exposed.
Wow. Okay.
gonna get me motherfucking canceled. I said, there's plenty of work. I picked up dog shit for 2 years. Yeah, whatever it takes, man. Burkini said this weekend we had to go to 4 different auto zones to get my alternator tested because of the lack of workers. Ridiculous. I'm telling you, everywhere's needing workers, bro. Like, I'm not buying this. I'm a felon and can't get a job shit. I'm really not. Debbie said, Burqueño, OMG. Burqueño DoorDash is winning because Pizza Hut can't get any drivers. That's another thing. You can hire
Oh yeah, I know. DoorDash.
Uber Eats, all that. My son did that little Uber Eats shit for a few weeks, man. He was making money good. He liked it. He fucked around for a while. Burqueño
Yeah, I
said,
know a
yeah,
guy that's doing that on the high on the hustle on the side. He's
yeah,
making like maybe like $200, $150 a day. I mean,
yeah.
Oh
that ain't
no,
much, but you
I didn't really like Mijo doing it that much though. I
do
don't like
that
him
do
going
that
to
math.
strangers' houses, and I don't want him doing that.
He's
Don't
all right.
roll your eyes.
Them that's
I,
that gas money, you know. Sheesh.
Yeah. Burkina said, yeah. Debbie said, Ty 602, how much was the pay by the pound or hourly? Burkina said, I have in yours pin year. Oh, IRS pin year. I've had it since 2016. I'm just afraid this guy's going to do something stupid in my name. Yeah, that IRS pin.
yeah.
That, even if he does, bro, it ain't gonna come back to you. You know what I mean? Especially if you've already established it. You know what I mean? Debbie said,
You know what though, Burqueño? If you have all the police reports and if you have like pages of places that people have worked or how it's affected you or whatever, you can also request to get your number changed. You'd have to take it up with the judge though. It could take up to like 3 years, but it can happen. Like if you know what I mean, the judge can say like, "Dang, yeah, let's get your number changed. Let me see proof. Let me see your reports. Because that's also another option."
yeah. I said pay was like 375 an hour. We made money on tips. Yeah, that's another. That's a crazy one right there. When I see that the waitresses and shit that make like $5 and they're supposed to make it on tips. Oh, that kind of sucks. I don't know if I could do something. I mean, I would have to if that's all we had. But
If I had to, right?
yeah, but that's I don't know, man. That's hard, right? We just trying to. You gotta depend on people's generosity.
Yeah, I think waitressing is hard.
Debbie said, Ty 602, did you find drugs when you picked up the dog poop? Some, what are the things called? Mushrooms? Orale, we're 3 hours and 7 minutes in. We're going to
Oh
get the
my
hell out of here.
goodness.
We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys. This was a great conversation, I thought.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, homegirl.
Everybody's opinion
Oh,
matters.
thank you. I'm proud of you guys too. You guys had a second chance in life, and you guys got out and proved your guys' self. You said, "I'm going to take this second chance and run with it," and you guys sure did. Was it
Yeah.
easy? No. Is life easy every day? Absolutely not. Um, I think, like I said, I mean, I don't want to sound hard or sound like
No.
a bee when I say I don't have empathy for, but I do. I love people. I love humans. I try to treat people, with, just treat them the way I want to be treated, out there on the streets and in life, try
But
try to be kinder and stuff like that. But
but
these are my opinions. This is how I feel. Because I've seen it, I've experienced it. It's not like I'm just talking just to talk. I've seen it, I experienced it. That's why I have my opinions because of things that I've seen. So, um, but I'm proud of everybody that's in the chat and that's here that, hey, is not choosing the prison life, is choosing the real life and the responsibility, stepped up to be good parents, There's a lot of people in here that are good parents, that are good grandparents. I mean, we have like the best grandparents in here. We have single people in here that are taking care of their kids and doing it. So, I mean, if you guys can do it, you know, Django, Emmanuel, if the people in the chat, then hey, there's hope for other people, you know.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Okay, there's your paisanes coming out.
You know he's from San Jose.
You know, I didn't know I didn't know English. My first language is Spanish.
So is mine.
We know. We
So,
know.
school, like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
We know.
yeah. When I start going to school.
Yeah, we know. That's not a
Oh,
surprise.
here we go.
So, hey, and she's talking, but so was hers. While you're bullshitting.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Why are you
No, it
lying?
wasn't. I'm not lying. That wasn't. Don't do that.
No,
do
you
that.
don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're not
But
lying?
no, I'm not. Don't do that.
That's why you have this problem with these chanclas, because that's what you're wearing. You're a little girl, you know.
But I did not wear those.
And a lot of little gold
The
bracelets.
huarachis.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you guys
then
have
you
a good
started
night.
wearing. Then you started wearing the Mary Jane girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
When you're living in Los Angeles,
well,
straight cholita.
no, none of that, sir.
Man, I seen the pictures. Could I see the pic? Man, throw a picture up.
We're not throwing no pictures up. Please don't.
Where are the
There's no pictures to throw up.
Hey, but hey, seriously, did see? There it is. There's a chola right there. Look, and Mijo's already born. Look at that. Look at that.
What is
Look at her
her?
hair. And she's pregnant. Look at her hair. Straight chola.
Where's the
Thank you.
Chola.
And then look, she's flamed up too. She's
That's the one.
gang banging and everything. Look at it.
I'm done. I gotta go. Oh my god.
If that ain't chola picture, I don't know what that is.
That is not. I'm done with you guys.
I don't know if that was your sister or your homegirl, but you know,
No, it was my friend Marsha. It was my friend Marsha.
Well, you were a straight chola out. That's the homegirl look.
That is not. I'm done. Jungle, good night.
Look at. Oh my goodness. the bread's on the pudding. I guess that's what they say.
Oh my goodness.
Look, he's still look at that's 20 years later. Look at that.
Yeah, bro.
Look at what? What are you looking at?
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
Well.
No
You guys can have each other. I'm out of here.
Hey, and look at this, and then this is what the computer says I should look like. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Hey, sexy. Hey, all BS to the side, right? When he got out, wasn't he looking pretty scrumptious, homegirl?
He was always.
No, I'm saying because he used to work out like crazy. You know?
Yeah. And then that went away in a year. Less than a year. Heck yeah.
No way. I don't believe it.
Yes, way. he discovered that Little Debbie aisle in Walmart and it was over.
Yeah, it was. That was the end of that. Well, let me finish this up now. Si se puede. That's all Chicano said, Porqueño. Ty said, I hope you do. Debbie keeps flies away. Oh, I think about that. Yeah, good night, good life, said Porqueño. Debbie said, good night and have a great week. Ty 602-100 is the law also. I can't leave it for the bugs. Gross. So beautiful, said Debbie. Ty said, those ears.
Okay, Ty, good night.
Put up the coneja pic, said Big Mom.
Well, let's not.
The coneja pic, bro? Where's that one at? Boom.
Oh, I don't care. That was for the kids. So I whatever.
Hey, incognito for reals, huh?
Ty said straight. Me too.
I like that.
It's a rest, said Debbie. But we're out of here.
All right. Good night, everybody. And again, thank you guys for the donations for Christmas. If anybody still wants to donate last minute, please let us know. Get in contact with us. We are up to 38 kids,
Yep.
so let us
We are
know.
at 38. We have around, yeah. So right now, well, on the level we're at, it's probably about 70, $75 per kid, something like that. So if
Um,
there is
there's
anybody,
there's some kids though that we had to go a little over $75
yeah.
just because of the situation. So it is what it is.
Yep. We are doing what we can. So everybody have a good night. Thank you guys again. Everybody that donated, everybody that takes part in this stuff, when we do it every time. Everybody that just chills with us and has these conversations that I think that are also important. And we appreciate everybody.
Oh
Thanks,
no,
John.
they are important, and sometimes, like I said, I grew up in a little bubble, and sometimes still in that little bubble. So sometimes you guys open my eyes to new things, which is okay for me. I can try to see your guys' point of view if you guys try to see my point of view, and then we could agree to disagree.
Yep, for sure.
Make up to
Chango,
break up.
thank you, brother, for coming on.
No problem.
We'll do it again.
Appreciate you guys, you know.
And that's it. Ty said, big motherfucker. Big motherfucker came in laughing. He said, Ty, David said, thank you guys for giving to the kids for the back to school backpacks also. Yeah, that was cool. Again, don't think us. It's everybody obviously that donates in the chat. It's everybody that's been here for years. It's new people, old people, just the supporters that are here with us. We really do appreciate you guys that you guys allow us to do that with you guys because you guys trust us with the feria. I mean, yeah, I'm a felon. Jovan
Shit.
has never seen a canal. She hasn't, bro. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah,
What?
you ain't got to worry about you though. You know what I mean?
What
Oh,
happened?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Jovan has
Yeah.
never. It's because she needs to get that black outliner for her lip, bro.
Oh my God. I'm done. Good night. Please be done.
He said, Jovan has never seen a canal, said Ty.
No, I think I know I've seen canals. I've never swam in a canal. I never knew anybody that did. My brothers and sisters didn't. My parents didn't. I mean, we just don't swim in canals. We go to what's that thing called? A swimming pool, and we go swimming there. We've never jumped in a canal and said, "Hey, let me just swim in this." You
Shit,
know.
I'd rather be in a canal than in a swimming pool.
Hey,
Bunch of kids.
to each his own. But me,
I'm just saying.
I'm a pool type of person.
Everyone pee everywhere and
Okay.
stuff. Nah,
I'm a full type of person, so that's just what it was.
You haven't lived, baby.
I'm okay. I think I've lived. I'm good.
Debbie said tweezers aren't cheap. I've never swam with the gators, she said. All right, we're out of here. Thank you guys.
Good
Until the
night,
next,
guys.
have a good night. We will be back obviously in the next day or so because we're getting close to Christmas, so we're gonna come back. See you guys.
man, the year's already over.
Crazy, huh?
That's like
Ty said Jovan is white power. LOL.
Thank you, Ty. Appreciate that.
Son of a bitch.